Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Welcome in to Woodward Nights, baby. My headphone's not working, but it is a beautiful Friday night. Oh, I hear you guys now.
You can't hear the jams?
I can hear it now. I knew Jay. We've got a special crew here tonight. Appreciate you guys all tuning in to Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Booner, as always. Matt Broder, Detroit Lions beat reporter.
Hello, puppets.
We got KG.
What up,
The
though?
real KG in the
Damn
TV
right,
booth.
damn right. And we got the legend in the sound booth.
Legend.
Mr. Jay Bizzle in this spot.
JB Smooth. How we feeling, JB?
I'm good. I'm still up. Apparently, these energy drinks are working, so I'm
Long
still
day
good to
for
go.
G.
Morning Woodward show to Woodward. Both of you actually today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we ain't playing.
Let's
The
go.
hardest working men in show business.
Let's go.
On
We've
this show.
got the crew
Grind
today.
line.
I like that. I like that.
You know what happens this weekend too?
What's this weekend? Is there something going on this weekend that I didn't know about?
You know.
Detroit Lions, baby, going for a playoff win. Hey, hopefully you guys, if you guys are all home right now, everyone is safe. I'm going to tell you what. I battled. I did everything I could to get to the studio today for this show. And I came from downtown Detroit. Usually 25-minute drive, simple drive. Guess what? Turned into an hour and a half. An hour and a half drive it turned into.
How about that?
I was on 75, just in an absolute, like as Dan Campbell said, just grit, man. I was just dominating.
Drive
10
slow,
miles
homie.
per hour all the way
You never
down.
know, homie.
Dude, 10 miles per hour on 75. It was unbelievable.
Oh, it's a mess. I live 10 minutes away. It took me 45 minutes to get here. It's just.
I think I might sleep in the studio tonight because I live an hour away. I don't know if I'm going to make it home safe if I drive.
Take a helicopter.
I don't know if I want to do that.
I see girls' keys.
I don't think I want to do that.
See
But hey,
those
we appreciate
keys.
you guys tuning in, though. As always, massive weekend, massive Sunday night here
are they?
for the Detroit Lions versus the Los Angeles Rams. First playoff game in Ford Field ever. First playoff game in Detroit in 30-something years, and the Lions haven't won a playoff game in over 30 years as well. So this is a massive, massive time for the city. We want to start off the show with this, Broder. Announcement today. We've done a lot of different shows throughout the year and a lot of segments for all pros, and they got announced today, and we have our guys here that got announced as all pros. And KG, I don't know if did you have the just the all pro graphic of all the guys?
Yeah, I do. Give me 1 second.
It seems like unlike the Pro Bowl, they got this one right
This
for the
is-
most part. I have no problems
This is
with what
very,
it is.
very accurate. I
Yes.
feel like if you went back and watched our All-Pro, kind of as the year progressed, we were predicting different ones. We were taking some guys out, putting them in. I'm sure if you watched ours 2 weeks ago when the end of the season started wrapping up, I think we were spot. I think we might have gotten all of them. I said Sam Laporta. I said Amon-Ra St. Brown, Penei Sewell. Frank Ragnow was kind of that next name up for that fourth guy. And
Maybe
then
should've
obviously special teams. I think actually a couple days ago we did mention the one, the only Germ. So here they are. You guys see them up there. You see the All-Pro teams. Obviously, first team All-Pro, Penei Sewell, as well as Amon-Ra St. Brown as wide receiver, which is crazy, guys. It is insane. He first team All-Pro. He wasn't even a Pro Bowler. He wasn't even a Pro Bowler. Like, think
What a
about
joke.
that. He is a top 3 receiver in the NFL right now, voted on, by the press, and he wasn't even voted into the Pro Bowl.
At least they got this right.
Yeah.
That shows you how silly the Pro Bowl voting was. And I found out today, I talked to Amon-Ra St. Brown. He said he doesn't believe there's any extra contract incentives in his rookie deal that provides any financial bonus for making the Pro Bowl or All-Pro, which I thought is the one benefit of making the Pro Bowl, even though it's relatively meaningless. But this is the one that really, really matters. This is the one that shows you're at the top of the NFL at your position.
I think, to be honest, though, the only thing that kind of helps is like when you do negotiate your next contract, it's, hey,
True.
This is what I did, obviously. But I think the Lions, whether he got the Pro Bowl or not, I think they know like his value to the team, so I don't think that mattered. Second team All-Pro, though, you have Frank Ragnow. It should have been first team. I know Jason Kelsey's a vet. He's been there. He's done it. He's one of the best in the league. Frank, though, I mean,
He had a better year.
did Jason Kelsey really have like?
And he has 10 toes.
That's true.
Like, we're
Frank
talking
only
about
has 9.
battling adversity. Frank has 9.
Frank only has 9.
Christ.
As well as the rookie Sam Laporta, baby. We've talked about him on our show all year long when it came to All-Pro. We literally were breaking stats down and comparing him to the other players to see if he got in. Literally, I felt like that was like a weekly segment of ours. Like, let's break down Sam Laporta's stats compared to TJ Hawkinson and all of those different things. And he went off. You guys see that there. As a rookie, Sam Laporta already an All-Pro tight end in his first year. His second-round pick, by the way. 86 catches, 889 yards, 10 touchdowns, which led all tight ends. Thing I go back to with this, and to be honest, the two first-team guys, Brad Holmes picks. Mm-hmm. Sam Laporta just got him, or Brad Holmes just got Sam Laporta literally not even 12 months ago. He was playing at Iowa 12 months ago. He was in college 12 months ago, and do you remember the tight end classes last year with Michael Mayer, Dalton Kincaid, like all
Luke
of these
Musgrave.
people, and they were all ranked above Sam Laporta. And I remember doing the second day draft, and we were all kind of a little shooken up because he was ranked behind these guys. And Brad Holmes said, "I'm getting my guy," and they went with Sam Laporta, and now look like first or second team All-Pro, man. Unbelievable.
And Laporta came,
You
that
played
pick,
yourself.
I know they were used in a couple different ways, but that pick sort of came as part of the Rams trade, the Stafford Goff trade.
Yes.
And not, it's not exactly they traded some to the Vikings, to the Packers, but using one of those first round picks, or one of the picks they got from the Rams. So it all comes back around. Pretty impressive for a rookie to be all pro. And to be honest, he had a case for first team, but I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I think just like with Kittle being over 1,000, he's the only tight end over 1,000. That was my kind of thought. I'll let you two take this one too with Germ, Jalen Reeves Maven. Like, shout out to him, man. As a special teamer, one of the best in the league at what he does. There's like those guys in the league like that get all the credit, like quarterbacks, these skill positions, defensive ends, linebacker, like safeties. You see all that, they get interceptions. Germ, like being able to know, hey, this is your role, this is what you do, be great at that for multiple years in the NFL, and he's perfected that, man. And him to come back to Detroit and be like the piece he's been for a team like this to help win, Broder, you're around them all the time. I think it's amazing, man.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of Germ too. The fact that they went out and he was, I can't remember if he was a starter in Houston, but he was playing legitimate linebacker minutes, and they went and they brought him back. I think it was actually a trade for him. There was either a trade or they signed him this offseason, but he was a guy, that's a guy that Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes wanted. He's part of this culture. He's tough. He's ready when you need him to play defense, but he's out there on special teams making a huge difference. Jalen Reeves-Maven, he's one of those guys on a winning football team that you have to have. That doesn't get much credit. He gets credit now, as deserved, but there are guys out there like him that don't get much credit, but he's a part of this 12-5 team as much as anybody.
I mean, he's made massive plays. Like, he has made some huge plays. In Dallas, I mean, that throw that he made in Dallas, I know he lost the game, should have won, but that throw was like just a dot, and he's just anything you ask him to do, he does it. He steps up, makes the play. Defense, there's times he got snaps on defense. And remember, like
Look at the beginning of the Saints game. He made huge plays that first drive, a tackle at the sideline. He almost forced a fumble on their tight end who led to the pick. It was. Yeah, he's special when he gets in there. Not special, but he makes plays, I should say.
Yeah, and the week after he got those snaps, he got like 11 snaps on offense or defense that first week at linebacker. Right away, Dan was like, at the press conference, was like, we need to get him in more. And they did. Like, they started getting him involved a lot more. He became a huge piece. Was there anyone that you probably, and I thought it was actually done really well. I don't know if there was anyone that got snubbed from the Lions.
Me too. Maybe you throw Hutch there in the second team, but
I don't even think you do, because those four guys that got the two first, the 2 second, like those guys are like that's that level that we talk about. We want Hutch to get to, and he's on the level below right now.
Oh yeah, I guess Micah Parsons, Max Crosby.
I don't think.
I'm not complaining at that. And then the first team was T.J. Watt and Myles Garrett.
There's no way.
So actually, I take that. I mean, I'm a Hutch fan, but I would put those four ahead of him this season.
Yeah. I don't think. Would you guys in the booth, do you guys say anything? Any guys that they missed, or you think that was perfect?
Yeah, no, that was perfect. Hutch came on kind of late, so that's why he didn't make it. But yeah.
JB,
I can't see anyone that I would take off of this list personally. I mean, I think we all sit here and like Hutch, but at the same time, as Ken said, he was getting sacks later on in the season rather than, the full season. So
yeah, if he did what he did the last like 4 or 5 weeks all year long, he would be on. He would have a chance at that list at least. Might not be on it, but he would have a shot at it. I don't know how many sacks
he had like 35 sacks.
Was he on track? Was that what happened?
What do you have in the last 5 games?
Oh, yeah, I guess
a lot.
So.
Yeah, he would break records.
I was just thinking,
I know
that's
what
like
you're
18,
saying.
19.
Yeah.
If he would have done that. Another thing.
This is the time of the year where I want Hutch getting a sack. So we're here.
I'm happy
cool.
with what he's doing. Let's go, man. Hey, KG, can you throw up the PFF graphic, the AP All-Pro team? It kind of shows how many by each team as well. This is something that was interesting to me because when you see the list of teams on this with the Detroit Lions, there's one common denominator on this that I just want people to realize, especially if you're on the Booner path. I want you guys to realize the common denominator on this. So you see there, the Cowboys, 9 total.
Yep.
The 49ers, 7 total.
Yep.
Ravens, 6.
Yep.
Lions, 5.
Okay.
What's the common denominator for those 3 teams on the left? Does anyone know?
They don't have a Pro Bowl quarterback.
All NFC.
Well, no, because Lamar Jackson's the MVP.
Dan Campbell. The common denominator.
Common denominator. They're all Super Bowl contenders, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Those are all the 2 in the middle there are literally the 2 favorites to win the Super Bowl, and then the Cowboys are considered the 2nd favorite in the NFC right now. The Detroit Lions, like when people want to sit here and say maybe the Lions don't have enough, maybe they don't have the right pieces, maybe they're one piece away, maybe they're right there, maybe they're right. No, listen, just like I said yesterday, I'm going to talk about it all show today because listen, this is an exciting time to be a Detroit Lions fan, fellas. Like they are up there with the best. Brad Holmes couldn't have done any better at his job the last few years. He literally just put you in a position to where you're up there with the Rams and the 49ers. Or not the Rams, the Ravens, the 49ers, and the Cowboys when it comes to all-pro players, and you dominated that list as well. You're no longer just, we got 1 or 2 guys. No, you have dudes on this team.
Dudes.
And now you have people around them. Now it's about, hey, can the coaches find a way to make this work with the people? You have the dudes now. You have them. It's a done deal. That right there proves, like, no one can sit here and say, hey, Booner, they're a piece of, like, maybe they are a piece away when it comes to, like, certain spots, but you can't say they can't get the job done when they're sitting up there with all those all-pros.
Yeah.
They have dudes.
2 of them were drafted in the 2021 draft class. One of them was this past year. I mean, Brad Holmes.
His first draft class got 2 of them.
Yeah, like all-pro. Not Pro Bowl, all-pro. Like the top players at your position in the entire league. 2 of them are third-year players. One of them's a rookie.
Yeah. Shout out to Brad Holmes, man, though. That first draft class he had, drafting two all-pro players.
Yeah.
2 first team. Not even just all first team all-pro players.
And not to give flowers to anyone wearing these colors this weekend, but shout out to Les Snead for what he's done. The Rams should have been trash this year, but he went out and he found first off, their whole team is young. What do they have, 36 rookies?
I think they might be younger than the Detroit Lions.
Talk Byron Young, Kobe Turner, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, like talk about a draft class. Woo. That's in Brad Holmes from that Les Snead GM tree.
Oh my God!
There's GM trees happening.
Oh my God!
There's trees being planted everywhere. Dan Campbell's is about to sprout.
It's about to be nuts.
Yeah,
I think did someone ask Ben Johnson about that or AG about that about Dan Campbell's coaching tree?
Yeah,
he's about to have his own.
Oh yeah,
which is crazy. That's crazy to think.
And he referenced today when he was talking about. I think when he was talking about Amon-Ra St. Brown, or actually there's the Pro Bowlers in general, he referenced a quote from Bill Parcells that was passed down to Sean Payton that he uses all the time.
Great quote, by the way.
It was like...
if you don't have it, I have it in my head.
You got it?
I have it in my head. I used to hear this from our coach all the time at Saginaw.
Let it fly.
It's easy for a great player to be great on an average team or a bad team. Is this the one? Or a bad team?
Basically.
But it's even harder for a great player to be great on a good team or on a great team. So like these guys that are great, like they're putting up these numbers and they're all pro players on a great football team right now. It's harder to do that because you have so many great dudes around you, and you want to win. Like it's easy, and nothing against Max Crosby because shout out, he's a local, but like he's putting up numbers. But how great have they been? And it's easy to put numbers up when and I'm sure he could do it with a good team as well. He probably has.
Can you imagine him with
that was a great quote
with
from Dan
someone else on that defense? Like we talk about Hutch not being able to needing help to get his sack numbers up.
Hey,
Max Crosby is a freak.
I'm just throw something in people's head. How would an Aiden Hutchinson, Max Crosby little bookend defensive line with maybe an Ali McNeil in the middle?
That would be the most terrifying defensive line for any offensive quarter.
That might be the best.
Maybe in the history of the league. It's not going to happen, but.
And then that means that the commission's coming off the bench.
Isn't this one of those things? Not to get derailed, we're going to break here in a second, but Max Crosby to me just he looks like a Raider. Like it's like he's in a perfect home.
It's because we've only seen him in the silver.
I know, but it's still it's the tattoos, the cigars, the swag. But he's also like he's mature. I don't know. There's something that just fits perfect.
I'll tell
Antonio
you what.
Pierce too. Like what they got brewing. If they need to keep that.
I'll tell you what.
Bring him home.
Bring him home. If not,
if Max Crosby was in the Lions gear, you probably would be saying the same thing. Because I'm picturing him right now in that Honolulu blue. Oh my gosh, man. And I did see too. He put out he did an Instagram post that was basically for Antonio Pierce. Like he was like hire AP.
That's
and he posted that. Like you don't see players do that a lot as they're in the middle of a coaching search.
And that is their play, like the star player, not Devontae Adams anymore. That's Max Crosby. That's who they're building their team around.
That's why I said Harbaugh should not go to the NFL and go to the Raiders. That was one of the spots people were saying for him to go was the Raiders. If he goes there, you're in a bad situation like that. That was the situation. Like
he's going to Washington if he goes.
Antonio Pierce should be that coach. The players want him. He literally just put an Instagram post up saying hire AP. And did a whole graphic and literally just says hire AP. If you have your best player in your franchise putting that out there, you probably should hire Antonio Pierce.
Exactly.
Now I kind of hope they hire Harbaugh, so then maybe Crosby wants out and
comes to. No, I would rather keep Harbaugh in Michigan. All right, let's go to break. When we come back, we got a packed show here. Let me go through this real quick for you guys. 8:15 injury report. There was actually a lot of news today on the injuries. There was a few things that kind of good things and bad things as well. You guys may have already heard some stuff, but we're going to break it down kind of in our own eyes as well with Broder that goes to AP throughout the week, so he'll have some information. 8:30, we're going to get into our keys to victory to win first playoff game ever in Ford Field. We're going to do that at 8:30. 8:45, Detroit Lions playoff run. I asked a question, what does this mean to the Detroit Lions fan base? I want to get some of your guys' answers in the chat on that. At 9 o'clock, Hollywood. I know you two were on the morning show this morning, and he's joining again. Jeff Iafrady will be joining the show at 9:15, and then we're going to go around the NFL playoff edition, and we'll give our score predictions. Long show here, fellas. But let me tell you about Lady Jane's. You see this beautiful hair right here? Hat head right now, but come to Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience. Register to win a trip of your dreams. An all-expenses paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament. That is right. No expenses spared for you and 5 of your best buds. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. They are open 7 days a week. You can walk in anytime. It is wicked awesome.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equip Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Let's go! Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
Your home is your most important asset. Flexibility in the sales process is key. When you work with Mark White & Associates, you can cancel at any time, for any reason, without penalty. Speaking of flexibility, check this out. Who you work with matters. Hire the best broker in the game.
Lions fans, it's the moment we've all been waiting for. After 30 years, the playoffs are here in Detroit. So join us for the Ultimate Lions VIP tailgate party this Sunday, hosted by the Bullseye Event Group and sponsored by Long Drink. This is going on as the Lions take on Matthew Stafford and the Rams this Sunday. Food, music, entertainment, and a chance to witness history. You got your chance to do it. So let's roar together at Eastern Market, shed number 5. Go to bullseyeeventgroup.com and get your tickets today.
Bullseye, baby. All right, welcome back. Oh, what a song, JB.
JB
Jams are pumping.
What a song.
Pumping.
I love that.
I just went on the whole show, 2 hours.
This little red
Hey,
thing.
Nick who? Nah, I'm joking. We love you, Nick.
Hey,
We
shout
love
out
you,
Nick.
Nick.
Shout out
What
Nick. All right, let's do this. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Hit that like button if you guys haven't already. Let's get some likes here, man, for JB filling in.
Yeah.
Get some likes for JB, the man. He's been here all day. So is KG. These guys have been here all day
Give for
working.
Fish. Give a like for Fish.
Shout out Fish.
Shout out Fish. How do you not? Come on.
How do you not?
How do you not?
You look short.
I think you've used this chair before. It keeps going up and
It's
down.
the one that goes down all the time.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
a shrinking chair.
It's the one that
yeah.
I avoid.
Damn, somebody swapped on you.
I avoid that one.
Yeah. That one will not work.
Yeah, that one's down too. We'll
yeah, but
figure
we
the
hear-
chair situation out, but we need to figure this out. Injury report, Broder.
Yes.
I want to go over that real quick. There's two different ones. There was a game status one, and then there was the practice one. Here's the game status one. You guys see a couple surprises, to be honest, Broder, on this, at least to me. Jerry Jacobs, it sounded like tomorrow he's going to get put on the IR, so that was why he's on it. Dan said that tomorrow he's going to make the move. James Houston, though, that's the one. He is out.
To be honest, it's the next one that surprised me.
James Mitchell,
Yeah.
out.
Damn.
And then you see Khalif Raymond. That one is out as well. I do have some stuff on Khalif Raymond that I feel like might affect the game a little bit. And then you see John Kaminsky. I'm guessing he's just sick. Hopefully he's good by Sunday.
Yeah, he's a
and
gamer.
then Sam Laporta. That's questionable. You know what I want to say about that too real quick? If he wasn't going to play Sunday, that would be doubtful. That
Right.
would not be questionable. So Sam Laporta, in my opinion, this is not like a report from Broder or a report from Dan Campbell. In my opinion, Sam Laporta is a go on Sunday, and it might be limited snaps. It might be here and there. Like they might use him as a kind of a little decoy, whatever it is. Sam Laporta will be playing, and he'll be suited up on Sunday. I can. That's almost a Booner guarantee.
Oh, yeah.
Like if he doesn't, I would be shocked. We do have a video here in KG. There's a video of Sam Laporta running at practice and kind of running routes.
Yep, gotcha.
Doing different drills. Massive knee brace, Broder.
Yeah. There's a chance that could be part of the gamesmanship, too.
Huge knee brace. Is that just something like a recovery thing for the week and then Sunday it's off?
Maybe.
Because that
Maybe.
thing was like...
It's just a stabilizer to make sure it doesn't
Dude.
cut. But what it does, I mean, with the hyperextended knee, it's all about pain tolerance. Like,
Yeah.
functionally, it should be fine, and this is probably just a second layer of support. But it's going to come down to him. How many plays in a row can he run? How many plays until the pain's too much? He needs a breather or something.
Yep.
I think he's going to fight through it for the most part. But
Dan did mention as well. Let's do this. Let's play the video, and then I do have Dan in the press conference talking about it. You were there in AP, right?
yeah.
Pretty good vibes today?
Oh, great vibes.
Good vibes?
Yeah,
You guys are
GVs.
ready?
There was all kinds of
What's JVs mean?
no GVs.
Oh,
Good
GVs,
vibes.
good vibes, okay.
Yeah, all kinds of TV networks. I can't share who, but there's a lot of production going into this Sunday night.
Can I guess? And if in...
No, you can guess all you want. I'm not going to give you a reaction. And I don't think it's any big deal.
You know
but
what I think it is? Can I give a prediction? Booner prediction? I think ESPN's there for a 30 for 30. You don't have to give
Maybe.
me a reaction, but I just have a feeling this is like the Booner path, all of that. Like I'm telling you, there's just this feeling to me that I know the Lions are going to win Sunday. 30 years in the making. Like this is what's happening in Detroit right now, and I'm going to say that because next segment we have all of that, the reactions of fans and all that. I want to play you guys this though about the injury stuff. Sam Laporta, he was on the field today. You'll see a massive knee brace on him. Just it looked like that. We'll play it a couple times through so you guys can really get a good look at it. But here's Sam Laporta at practice today.
Money talking, money talking, big like that. Money talking, big like that. Let me tell you, what's on that me? I got that cartel, you know. Watch for no reason, solid. Like Jesus, all they ever need. Money talking, money talking, big like that. Money talking, big like that. Let me tell you, what's on that me? I got that cartel, you know.
visual drills, they're just kind of getting loose.
Look at this.
He's got a leg compression sleeve on his leg too, so it makes it look a little
bigger. Okay.
I was going to say blacker.
Whoa.
Same thing.
Big pause.
What? No, yeah, he looked like he was moving good. I want to see some comments here to see if I was the only one that I felt like he was moving good though.
Yeah.
I truly, I know
He looked good in the like walking. He looks fine. Like there's no limp. It's a pain tolerance
I wonder
thing.
if there's
He
even like pain
escaped.
for him though.
What?
I wonder how much pain is really for him. He didn't look like there was much pain.
Didn't he in college? Didn't he like do something to his knee, or he had an injury a couple weeks before the bowl game, and he didn't have to play, and he still went out and played for Iowa. Like, he's tough. I'm not worried. Him and Jake Campbell, I ain't worried about them. They're gonna, not that Jake Campbell's hurt. I'm just saying he's tough. Sam Laporta's gonna be out there. James Houston, I'm curious with the transaction coming tomorrow from Jerry Jacobs, and I don't know what are the rules about putting James Houston as out on this Friday afternoon report, but hypothetically they put Jerry Jacobs on IR, waive him, whatever they do tomorrow, can they allow James Houston to be active?
Okay, that's a great question.
You know what I'm saying?
I heard on the heavyweights, Easy asked the question was, when's his 21-day period up? And he was like, is it up already? I don't think it would be up already, or unless they would have already moved him up.
It's got to be close, right?
Yeah, I think he has probably until next week, like the middle of next week, something like that.
Okay, I like that because like there was no way, fellas, that they wouldn't move him up if he hit that date. Like,
right.
Yeah.
There's no way. So they would have moved him up already. I like that point, Broder.
You know what I'm saying?
Where if tomorrow, because we have seen the injury report move around on Saturdays. Like, you have seen that. You've seen guys go from active to out. You've seen guys go from questionable to off the list. Like, I think it happened last week. Someone was questionable, and then Saturday it came out, and then they were just, it was reported completely off the injury. Oh, it was C.J. Gardner-Johnson. Remember that? So, okay, that answers the question we've had all year.
Hey-o.
Do you remember how all year long we were wondering if on the Friday injury report, if they can take a guy off on Saturday after they already say questionable or out? They did it to CJ last year.
Went from
last
questionable
week.
to out?
Questionable to he was off the injury report and he played. So maybe they do that for him. Maybe they go take him from out to questionable.
It would be an epic little strategy there, little chess move. Boy, Dan,
a big time chess
savvy. He's making a case for JB to say he's a better coach in this matchup.
Hey,
I'm just saying, I prefer Dan Campbell over Sean McVay.
I hear what you're saying.
I'm not mad
You know
at
what?
I'm not getting it.
I didn't watch today. I heard about this argument. I would take Dan Campbell over Sean McVay.
Okay, wait.
Culture-wise,
are we talking preference or who is the better coach?
Better coach when it comes to
resume.
So this is it. When it comes to X's and O's, I think you can give it to Sean McVay.
Yes.
Right? But when it comes to overall leading a team, building a culture, like so many coaches have tried to do that in Detroit, man, and have failed and failed and failed. Even coaches like Patricia, he came from the Belichick tree, like to where, and it might not be
Smart
a great
guy,
tree,
right?
but terrible guy. But I'm just saying, like, there's been so many guys that come in to try and build this culture and change it around, and he hasn't been able to do it. Like McVay maybe would have been able to come to Detroit and put a great scheme together. Would he have been able to change the culture and change the city and change everything he's done like Dan? Don't think he would have.
Not like this.
Don't think he would have. And that's why I think Dan has that little upper when it comes to X's. And guess what Dan can do? Dan can hire people who do have the X's and O's. Sean McVay, he's the leader. He's the front and the face of that franchise. He has to have the.
He has hired.
He has to be the. You
Stefanski, Kevin O'Connell, Shanahan.
He has.
Like
He has.
I'm with you. If my preference, if I were
saying,
starting a team today, I'm picking Dan Campbell. Just my personal preference. He hasn't won a playoff game yet. McVay's won a Super Bowl. They've rebuilt. McVay's rebuilt them back faster than expected. I'm not even a McVay fan, to be honest. I don't really like the guy. But you got to give him credit for this. Like he's got enough of a resume. If Dan Campbell wins a playoff game, maybe wins a Super Bowl, I'm happy to switch that immediately.
Jeff in the chat, and Jeff, we can talk about this when you come on. He said, "Booner, do you know what Sean McVay walked into?" I do. I definitely do. Guess who was there to help kind of build that up and change things around?
Mr. Brad
Holmes.
I thought you were going to say Jared Goff.
I'm a Jared Goff of Brad Holmes.
Well, yeah, Jared Goff as well, but
McVay didn't do it all himself. I'll throw that out there. Brad Holmes was there. Other guys were there. There was a comment I wanted to read. Oh, Just a Fan said, Booner is like a kid wanting to open a present. Parent says no. Booner says, can I guess what it is anyways? Broder says no.
That's funny.
I saw that earlier, and I was like, I have to read that.
I feel like you did that when you were younger.
Oh, for sure. There was, all right, quick Booner time story. When I was like really,
Good night,
when I was really young, my parents, like for Christmas, if there's any kids watching,
NSFW.
close your ears real quick. This is, I don't want to give
earmuffs.
I don't want to give anything up or shut the stream off. But my parents, like, they hid the Christmas presents, and my older brothers were like, we need to find them. They put me on the task to find them.
Oh,
I
course.
found all of them. I was the youngest kid. Found all of them. I'm the one that got caught. Didn't snitch on my brothers or anything. And I ended up only getting one thing for Christmas that year.
Wow.
It was a Rip Hamilton jersey. That was it.
Let's go.
That's still solid.
That was
though.
like in 2005. It was after they won the championship. But I found all the things. So all my brothers and everyone knew what they were getting. I told my parents like 10 years later, like, you guys did this to me. And they made me do it.
You're a real one. You kept it in the tuck. You did
I
what
did.
you
I
were
didn't
supposed
say
to do.
anything.
You
They
held
all
your
got their
brothers down.
presents. They took all my gifts back. All back to the store.
You still got the Rip jersey though.
I got the Rip
that's
jersey.
not bad.
I still have it to this day. It's like this big. All right, we were off topic there. Anything else with the
Get to know
injury
you a little
report
bit.
though?
No, just
The Khalif thing. Can I be honest with you guys?
Yeah,
with
let it
that?
fly.
I'm not worried about it because we have so many weapons. Khalif is a pretty integral part of this team. Like when you need like a 2 or 3, there's like 2 or 3 plays on the offense throughout each game. Like he always gets 2 or 3 catches, and they're like not just like any they're big plays, like first downs, like third down. Like Khalif Raymond always comes up big, and then punt returning. You saw what you get. Like he was tough. He wasn't great all year, but this last game versus the Vikings, he just got hot. Like he just started getting hot punt returning. He's one of the best.
He was all pro last season.
He was an all pro returner last year.
He's as good as it gets. He just doesn't get many opportunities. Not many.
And he got some last
players
week. And he showed.
Yeah, exactly.
So that is a tough one. I did hear them say Amon-Ra St. Brown might return punts.
My guess is on top of a little gamesmanship, they're going to put the most reliable hands just to catch the punt.
Okay.
Because you can't have any turnovers on special teams in the playoffs. I'll be him, Donovan Peoples-Jones.
DPJ, he's
That's
quick
what I was
too.
thinking,
DPJ's
too.
fast.
He's who
like
I
that.
would put just because it doesn't need to be just a hands guy.
I would love to
he's
see
got
J-Mo.
But you've never seen J-Mo returning any punts, especially in college too.
That's true.
Yeah.
When we were at the training camp though, he was catching punts.
Yeah, he's always there. I mean, he's always an option. You're like, hey, maybe fourth quarter and are down 6 points or whatever. We need just a big play. Maybe they put. I don't know. I'm speculating here, but my guess is their first instinct is to go sure-handed. Second instinct is to go weapon, which is J-Mo.
Yeah.
We'll see. But Khalif Raymond's no guy to look past. But I'm just happy. Jamison Williams, full week of practice. His ankle injury. Brock Wright, full week of practice to support Sam Laporta, especially with James Mitchell out.
Should we play the Dan Campbell clip? I have a Sam Laporta one. I know we're over break. Let's play this for you guys, just so you guys have an idea of the Sam Laporta thing, not coming from us, but coming from the man himself, MCDC, the one that's greater than Sean McVay. Here's him on Sam Laporta.
Laporta will run around today, so he's feeling better. So, got that one. You're going to ask about Jerry. All right, Jerry had a little injury or whatever. We won't make any transactions till tomorrow. What else? Go.
You said James Houston, you were as optimistic about him entering the week, but
Who's that?
James Houston. He has practiced fully these first 2 days. Has your opinion maybe changed a little bit about his possibility for Sunday?
Thought he looked better this week than last week.
You said Sam was going to run around today. Is he going to play Sunday? Do you have a sense of that yet?
We'll revert back to what I said 2 days ago. So we'll know much, much more after today's practice. And then entirely, what does it look like tomorrow when he wakes up? You know, I know this, he's gotten better every day. And so we're going to have him out there and take some practice reps and see where it goes.
Oh my gosh. I love that.
Becky, look. Yeah, hey.
I love that. So they know.
He's hiding something.
I don't know if it's like you said that when he was talking. I was like, I don't know, is it good or bad? I don't know.
He came out that was there was no question before he started saying he just went right to Sam Laporta. He'll be running. I don't know. He had a smirk on his face.
Do you want me to be honest? I think Sam Laporta's perfectly fine now.
He might be.
I think like that leg thing. I think that if he takes that off and by Sunday, I think he's going to be just Sam Laporta, all pro tight end.
Yeah.
I think it. All right, let's go to break. When we come back,
Pulling a Kevin Nash on
shout out
everybody.
Jalen in the chat. Shout out
Jalen. When we come back, though, get into keys to victory here. We do this every week. We each hear 3 keys to victory. I have 3 good ones, I think, here. I think I have 3 really good ones. Let me tell you guys about Big Boy, though. Wintertime in Detroit, it is always better with comfort foods from Big Boy. Try the veal parmesan or the new Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl. And how about some breakfast? It's stuffed potato pancakes. They are back. You can try the classic lumberjack or the Santa Fe Garden. Also, the new apple pie hotcakes. They are too good to miss. Top it all off with the new gingerbread shake for dessert. Make sure you stop over by your local Big Boy today.
Have you ever wondered where all the finest restaurants get their steaks? It's Fairway Packing Company, providing Michigan restaurants, hotels, and casinos with prime beef for over 60 years. But now you can buy these cuts of meat for yourself at the Steak Shop by Fairway Packing Company. Prime porterhouse, A5 Japanese New York strip steak, dry aged Wagyu beef tomahawk. Delicious. Get to the Steak Shop today. Enjoy fine wine, have a private party, and get the finest cuts of meat anywhere. The Steak Shop on Mack Avenue in Grosse Pointe Woods, or order online, fairwaypacking.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 12th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating. Always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Brace yourselves, Detroit. As the sun begins to set, two of Woodward Sports' brightest young stars will be taking the mic for a brand new show. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. The dog days in Detroit are over, and the boys are unleashed. Join in on the banter and hop on the bandwagon of the #1 night show on the internet. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel every weeknight from 8 to 10 p.m. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder.
What happens when you run a great business for over 50 years? You expand, you offer more products to more people. That's exactly what Les Stanford did by adding Les Stanford Buick GMC. They got the same great service that customers have come to know and trust. It's located on Woodward Ave, just south of 9 Mile. Also, check them out in Dearborn today. So find the brand you want at lesstanford.com.
Keys to victories, fellas. Broder, I'm going to let you go first.
Takeaways.
We each have 3. You brought 3?
What? I brought 3.
You brought 3? Okay, yeah. I brought 3. Let's do this. I'm going to go first, actually.
Okay.
I know I said I'll let you go first.
Yeah,
the Booner special. You already said it. Turnover battle.
Oh, yeah.
Go get me the ball. Go get me the ball. Safeties, go get me 2 interceptions. I wanted out Kirby Joseph, CJ Gardner-Johnson, Ife Melifonwu, and guess what? Aiden Hutchinson, let's see a forced fumble. Get after Matthew Stafford. You have to... I feel like I go over this every week, and it's like me telling the kid, like if I was a parent, like telling my kid when they go to school, or like do your homework. No, like you have to get the turnover battle is a must, especially in the playoffs. I've said it all year long leading up to the playoffs, because when you get in the playoffs, the teams that win the turnover battle are the teams that go and win the Super Bowl. That's what you have to do. Not only that, on the other side, Jared Goff has to take care of the ball on Sunday. You cannot turn the ball over. When it comes down to it, what's been the one thing everyone's been talking about in this game all week long? It's going to be a shootout. Everyone's predicting this to be a high-scoring shootout. Matthew Stafford slinging the ball, 3 touchdowns. Jared Goff slinging it, letting these playmakers make plays. That's been the whole thing. When you're in a shootout of a game, when you're in a high-scoring game, it comes down to who wins the game is who has the ball at the end, typically, right? And on top of that is who gets the most possessions. If you can get turnovers and you can steal 2 or 3 possessions, and especially in a shootout of a game in the playoffs, you're going to win this football game. And you're not going to make it to where it's going to be a 1-possession game. If you get 2 turnovers, it turns into a 2-possession game because it's a shootout. Teams are scoring. You take a possession away from them, add it to yours, win the football game.
Oh, yeah. But to be able to get into a shootout, my key to victory, the Detroit Lions need to neutralize the dynamic duo on defense that is Aaron Donald and Kobe Turner.
Hey, I like that.
Pressure up the middle is the biggest issue. Jared Goff, if he gets pressured up the middle, that's where he struggles the most. It's less when it's coming from the edges, although that is an issue. He is pretty good at stepping up in the pocket, stepping into that pass rush. But if it's coming from Aaron Donald and Kobe Turner up the middle, that he has no way to get out. So if they can keep them at bay, Frank Ragnow, Graham Glasgow, and Jonah Jackson can neutralize those 2. I think this offense can get into a shootout with anybody in the league. Definitely the Rams.
That's been the thing, too, I keep seeing on national media is, and I think it's very well known now, that Jared Goff, he turns into a little bit of a different player when he does get a lot of pressure on him and changes a little bit. When he has to start moving and that pressure comes, like you've seen like the Bears game, the Packers game, the Ravens game, like once you get that pressure, if the offensive line can stop it, that's going to be like the biggest, like you have to just stop it up front, the trenches. KG?
Yeah, I'm not so much worried about the offense offensive line, if we go back to that last Vikings game, I had a crazy stat. I think it was from PFF. The Vikings blitz rate in that last Lions game was 91 or 92%.
Yes.
So, and Jared Goff went in there and put up over 300 yards. So I'm not worried about the offensive line as far as picking up the blitz is concerned. They should be fine as long as they stick to what they know and what they do well. They should be okay.
Yeah, in those Vikings games, he was 43 or 55 for 497 yards and 3 touchdowns when being blitzed.
Do you have that off the top of your head?
Yeah, I remember. That's locked in. That's locked in.
Broder has one of those wristbands for Jared Goff, like ready to go.
But
like,
that's the thing.
Play calls.
Where did the Vikings blitzes come from? They came from the edges. They weren't getting pressure up the middle. That's part of the point. I mean, it's not just to defend Goff against the haters. This is actually the important part of his game and how he plays the best. You can't argue with those numbers. So that is a huge key.
Yeah, my other one here I want to go to the defensive side of the ball because that's been the thing that as well people talk about a lot is how can this Lions defense keep the Lions in the game if the Rams get going. You have obviously Puka Nacua, Cooper Kupp, and then you have Kyren Williams. All pro back now. You guys see that running back. Thing I want to kind of talk about with this is my key in this one. It's you can't, in my opinion, it's almost impossible, especially for this defense, not a top 10 defense, to take away Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp and Kyren Williams. You can't do both. And I don't think they're going to be able to, and I think AG knows that. If you go look at the losses of Kyren Williams since he's played this season, he's played in 4 losses in the Rams. 3 of those 4 he rushed under 60 yards. To me, one of the biggest keys to this game is what you're great at is stopping the run. Take him out of this game completely. Every time they win, yes, the receivers might go off. Kyren Williams goes off. He goes off for over 100 yards, 80 yards, 90 yards, a touchdown, 2 touchdowns. You take him out of the game. You can't do both. Pick one, take the run game away. You just took half of their offense away. 0 chance they beat you if you take that away. They have no chance. They need their full offense to go out there and outscore you. They need it.
Yes.
If you take one of those aspects away from that team, take Kyren Williams out. Hold him to 50 yards. You're going to win the football game. And I think they're going to do that because they've done it all year. I don't think have they given up has anyone rushed for over 100 yards on the Lions this year?
I don't think so.
I don't think there's been anyone.
I don't think any one player. I think there might have been a team, but
I don't think a player has.
Like a Justin Fields-ish. Yeah, I don't think one player has.
So if you take Kyren Williams out of this football game, yeah, okay, Puka Nacua, Cooper, go do what you want to do. We just took away your other half. You're completely that 3-headed monster. We took one of them away. Now it's over. Now it's tough for you to beat us because you don't have that run game. Now our safeties, our secondary, they're able to play the pass more. And if you can stop the run, if that defensive line and Lee McNeil, those linebackers, if they could stop the run, they're in for some trouble.
Yeah, I swear we didn't plan this, but nice transition in because I'm confident that the defensive line and that linebacker crew of the Lions is going to stop the run, or at least I'll use the word neutralize again. Which makes it you got to slow down Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp. They're going to get theirs, but you got to slow them down. You can't give up another 200-yard game to a wide receiver with the type of whether it's Cooper getting 200 or Puka Nacua. The other one is much better than Jordan Addison, than Brandon Cooks. Matthew Stafford will pick you apart a little bit more than Dak Prescott and Nick Mullins if you let one of them go. You got to contain them. You got to slow them down.
Yeah, I like that. My only one, I'm not even going to do my third one. Because my third one was just dominate the trenches, and that was basically what we just talked about.
Love it.
Outside of turnovers, it was just like offensive line has to be like you have to, like you're the number 1 offensive line in the NFL for a reason per PFF. Like go out there and be that.
Yeah.
This is like there's no more like waiting. Like this is the time to do it. You remember a couple weeks ago, I think they were like 6-0 when that line was fully healthy, or I think they ended up losing. So maybe like
Cowboys.
6-1 now. The Cowboys. So like 6-1 or 7-1 now. You have your go out there and dominate.
Yeah.
Let your running back do that, and the defensive line disrupt Matthew Stafford and stop the run.
I'll give you my last one real quick. The rookie class that shows up more wins this game. This is young on young. I know Stafford and Goff are veterans. Stafford's a little bit older, but this rookie class on offense and defense, whichever one plays better, is probably going to come out victorious.
Yeah, I agree. I like that.
Yeah.
Jameer Gibbs. Hopefully Laporta's
Branch, Campbell, Laporta, Puka Nacua, Kobe Turner, Byron Young, Steve Avila. I forgot we were talking in the chat. Steve Avila, underrated, probably a top 10, inching on top 5 guard already in his rookie season. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick for Mr. Les Snead.
JB, you have a key to victory or something that we missed here?
No, I don't think so. I do agree with Broder in stopping the defense, the two-headed monster on the Rams defense, that is Aaron Donald and Kobe Turner. But I think Penei Sewell is up for that task and up for that challenge. There hasn't been anyone that he's faced or come across that he is nervous about or scared of, and you got to give him credit for that. And that's why I like him as a player for the Lions team, that I feel like is going to keep Jared Goff as clean as possible as he can.
Lions kind of match up good versus them. You have the offensive line to stop that interior rush that's dominated.
100%. I
make sure you're not giving up the whole field. You can give up the whole field, but in that last 25 yards, you need to absolutely play your best defense. Keep them out the red zone, limit them to 3, and we should be okay, because I don't think their defense can keep up with our offense. So,
yeah, and I want to, in the chat here, Ram Faithful 39, I'm sure he's pretty familiar with Aaron Donald and stuff. He said Sewell won't be up against Aaron Donald, but I'm pretty sure I've watched some Rams games. Aaron Donald moves around a lot. He's a guy that moves around. I've seen him.
He might not be coming off the edge, but he'll stunt.
At times,
he'll stunt in between guard and left tackle or right tackle.
A couple years ago when they played each other, Aaron Donald and Penei Sewell, there were highlights of them going at it. And Penei got up in his face. Like, that's gonna be a matchup. I guarantee you they're gonna find a way for that matchup. Whether that is gonna happen. I can guarantee you that.
Including Ragnar, a couple All-Pros on an All-Pro, on a legend, on a Hall of Famer.
Oh yeah,
get lifted.
I'm excited for that. I want to see them go at it a couple times.
Yeah.
He said not so much with Turner. Yeah, I think that's what he's talking about. I could be wrong. He might be talking about something else. I might just be in my own world right now. Broder, tell us about this. But when we come back, though, we're talking about Lions fans here and kind of how big of a deal kind of this playoff game is for the city. Want to go around the room, see how the confidence level for people. If there's some nerves around here, let's get the nerves out. Let's just talk it out here.
Talk it out.
Tell us about Dispo.
Talk it out.
Help
Talk it out.
nerves.
Start the year lifted. Visit Dispo Dispensary today for exclusive new deals. They got a team that curates an unbelievable atmosphere. As long as Jeff Iafredi doesn't unplug the cannabis plug, they got fresh inventory from Michigan's largest variety of products. So come through their stores or check out Dispo Dash today. New year, same deals. New year, new deals, same plug. Dispo Dispensary, DispoShops.com. Your local cannabis plug.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafredi, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Hamlin Pub, baby. Let's go get some wings. You see those wings there? Best in the state. Had them a couple times. They're unbelievable. If you guys want to watch the Lions game, though, on Sunday night, have nowhere to watch it, go to Hamlin Pub. It is the best pub in the state of Michigan. They have 7 locations, and you can experience where everyone is a regular. Whether you're enjoying half-off pizza on Thursdays or game day specials available during all Michigan sports and NFL games, they'll have the specials for the Lions game. Make sure you guys check them out. Hamlin Pub, it is the place to be. You can visit a location today and experience your new pub for all things sports. All right, welcome back, Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate you all tuning in Friday night. Hopefully, with this little blizzard going on, you guys are staying safe out there, not driving around. Everyone's just nice and cozy, just getting ready for this Lions game.
Watching Woodward Nights.
Watching Woodward Nights.
The girls.
And you guys can hit that like button. Hit it for the fellas in the booth right now, KG and JB. Hit it for them. They've been here since 7 a.m. this morning.
We'd appreciate it.
Grinding it out for the fellas so we can do a show for you guys. Let's do this, though, guys, and I want to go around the room and kind of talk with all you guys about this one. The topic I basically made it was, what does this mean on Sunday night for the fans in the city of Detroit? What would a win mean? And with that too, I wanted to kind of go into where kind of national media stands. I want to go into you guys. I want to go into everyone's.
Oh, we know
nerves.
where they stand.
But I want to start it off with this graphic. I just saw it for the first time about 5 minutes ago. Someone texted to me, and I was like, "Whoa, this is nuts."
Remember last night we were defending a couple people you're about to see up on this graphic?
We defended, and we haven't just defended them last night. It was for the last 6 months because they stuck up for the Detroit Lions. And now, as soon as they were on the bandwagon, and as soon as the Lions bandwagon and the Booner path really started to move forward, they all hopped off. Every single one of the national media people who were on the Lions bandwagon. And guess what it feels like? It feels like where we were at earlier, like 12 months ago, when everyone was starting writing the Lions off. And that's right where you want, in my opinion, that's where you want Dan Campbell. You want him to be the underdog. Look at this graphic here.
Look at this. Look at this.
All of ESPN.
Unbelievable.
Dan, you should be ashamed of yourself, man.
That's
You're the one I expect, Dan. Like, come on now.
He's a ball knower, and there's.
This is insane. I don't even know if I want to keep looking at it.
I understand if someone picks the Rams, if 2 people pick the Rams, but for all 5,
come on, Swag.
This is the end of ESPN. The Lions are a better football team, and it's proven. The Rams are a good team. I'm not trying to discard them. The Lions are the better team, and all 5 of these pretend ball knowers picked the Rams. Not one picked the Lions.
You know what? And this is what's going to happen when the Detroit Lions, when the Detroit Lions beat the Rams on Sunday night, every single one of them, they should not I don't want you guys back on the bandwagon. I don't care, Dan Orlovsky. Great dude, was great in Detroit. He did so much. Don't hop back on the bandwagon.
I mean, he ran out the end zone.
Yeah, I'm not sure he did so much here.
Right.
I just mean he props us out a lot. He pushed our narrative all year long. Don't come back on the bandwagon. From the Booner path in the man itself, do not come back on the bandwagon. I don't want all of the fake stuff all year. Because then what's going to happen is, the next week you're going to hop on it, and then the week after you're going to hop off? No.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Jake Wagner, ESPN down in Michigan too. How'd that go for him?
Exactly.
Yeah.
ESPN, either you believe it or you don't. But don't talk all year that you believe it and then don't be about it.
Exactly.
And I don't know what they said, but what could be the reasons for all not one thinks that the 12-5 number 3 seed.
Yeah, it's like we don't exist. Yeah, it's crazy. Like
the Lions are a good football. They are for real.
Lunchbox Hooligans did put a great point in here. Dan is a Stafford nut hugger.
But
that's fair.
That shouldn't be enough.
He was here with Stafford.
Stafford is by far he's what carries
That's
them.
Probably
he's their
what
best
he
player.
said. But he probably said, "I'm going with my guy Stafford."
That's freaking lame.
But still, no, we don't want you back on. If you're going to go with Stafford in this game, boom,
Dan.
You're gone. Don't want to see it. Pick against us all year. We're going to the Super Bowl. You can continue to pick against us.
Do better.
Don't care.
Dan Orlovsky, Mina Kimes, Jeff Glover. Stay out.
And Swagoo. Swagoo's been kind of supporting us too. It's crazy, man.
Yeah.
True.
Do not care anymore.
Very
I don't
true.
want to see all of that. Want to get your guys' thing on this though. What does this mean for the fans, the city, all of that? If they get this win here, we'll go around the room on this. I want that answer, and I also want kind of your nerve level. 1 to 10, how are we feeling? Are you nervous of the game? And everyone in the chat start dropping it in there. I want to get a feel for the room. Me right now, if I'm being completely honest with you guys,
don't lie.
The Booner path, I'm the leader. I have to be honest with you guys. I'm lead from the front, the people's champ.
Hit it from the front. 7
out of 10 nervous. I don't think it's that I'm nervous that they're going to lose or anything. I'm just more so nervous that this is the position. We've never been in this position as Lions fans. We have never been in this position at home. What's happening right now, the media, we have never been in this position, man. It's kind of a different feeling. Right now, I'm on Sunday. I'm gonna be sitting here very nervous. I might not be able to talk.
Didn't click to me. Ryan Clark was on that graph. He was one of those too.
Yeah.
Stay off. Stay out. Stay out.
So 7 out of 10 nerve.
7 out of 10 nerve. It's just because we haven't been in this position, man. I think the Lions still win. I have my score prediction later. It's just a playoff game like this. It's not like we're the Patriots through all those 15 years to where they were in these games every single year after year after year. Those fans were probably just used to it. And I know I preach all the time, hey, we need to have that confidence of going to the Super Bowl every year. And we still do. We should expect that. But the nerves just for the first one that we haven't had in 30 years, I think it's fair. I mean, it's one of the most meaningful Lions game of my lifetime.
Yeah,
the most meaningful.
Yeah, you can feel all you want. It's your feelings. It's okay. I'm a 4.
Absolutely.
I'm a 4. And it's
4.
Yeah.
Wow, low.
And it's not just. I just think the Lions are a better team, and I think they're ready for this moment. Like this is part of the reason where I can get on your Dan Campbell side he's got this team ready to go, and they're built different. And I just think they're ready for prime time. Not only are they ready, they want it now. Like they don't have any question marks. They took care of business against the Chiefs. Every primetime game this season they've won. They're not afraid of the spotlight. What do you guys think?
Hey, just honestly, I'm one less than you, Broder. I'm a 3.
Yeah,
wow.
Love that.
I've been chill.
What's happening here?
I've been chill a little bit all week with this, man, because I just feel like I said it this morning. If they are truly BNL, they will give us a BNL result. It also feels kind of different because this doesn't feel like one of those, one and done years of Lions past. This actually feels like something sustainable. This feels like something we need to get used to seeing and, getting used to winning, and being a actual winning organization. So, I mean, for those reasons, I'm not really sweating it, man. I'm living and dying on whatever Dan and Goff and the rest of this team is going to give us, man.
They're gonna be ready too.
Hey, but I'm confident in my boys, man, and they've shown up in a lot of big spots this year. They've shown you all year long that this is not the same old Lions. They have won in spots that the old Lions would have lost in. So I'm riding with my boys, man, to the end. Let's get it.
JB, what about you?
Wow. Booner, I'm actually on your side of this one. I'm at a 6 right now. I mean, I'm a little nervous. I'm still confident in this Lions team that they have out here. And I'll tell you right now, if you're sitting here saying that you're not nervous about this playoff game, then what are you talking about? You're going to be the same one like all of us sitting here pacing back and forth on Sunday night, waiting for Sunday night football, just not knowing what to expect. And hell, this whole week has been weird as it is anyway. You got Michigan sitting here winning a national championship, something that no one ever thought would ever possibly happen right now. But you had the best Michigan team out there, and this week just kind of seems odd. And to end it on the Sunday night football, the team that we have been rooting for this entire season is now going to put it all on the line against a Matthew Stafford coming back home to Ford Field. Oof. Everyone is going to be nervous.
Pump me up, JB.
I am confident in this team that they will come out with a W, but I'm telling you right now, like, it's just not knowing what Matthew Stafford, Sean McVay, and this Rams team is going to prepare and bring to Ford Field. That has me a little iffy. But I'm still confident 100% in this team winning this game.
So JB's on my side a little bit, and
that's
this
fair.
is where it is too. Like William Vanderswag,
argument.
shout out in the Woodward Sports chat here. He said, "I'm -1 out of 10. Stoked, not scared or nervous. They're going to the Super Bowl. Been on the Booner path all year." Listen, real quick, and KG, can you go single cam?
I got you.
This isn't anything to like nerves on them winning the game. I'm confident the Detroit Lions are going to win this football game to beat the Rams and move on. I'm very, very confident in that. Kind of like JB was saying, though, is this you haven't been like when was the last? Well, someone tell me when the last playoff game was in Ford Field outside of the Super Bowl. When was it?
91.
In Ford Field?
The Super Bowl 2006.
No, that was at the
outside of the Super Bowl. When has there been a playoff game been played?
Oh, never.
Never.
Ford Field, never.
When was the last time the Lions won a playoff game?
93?
91.
Yeah.
It's okay to be nervous. I'm 10 out of 10 confident that Dan Campbell will have this football team ready to go and go play, and they're going to beat the Los Angeles Rams. I'm 10 out of 10 confidence on that. But I'm also, as a fan, as someone who's in the media and all that, like the nerves are like I'm stoked, not scared. I'm just like, this is happening. This is happening. Like, before the game, the nerves, my hands are going to be all sweaty. Like, we're about to play a playoff game in Ford Field. The Detroit Lions are suiting up and running out in Sunday Night Football versus Matthew Stafford and the Los Angeles Rams in Ford Field for the first time ever and have a chance to win a playoff game for the first time since 1991. Like, if that doesn't make you nervous, you don't love this football team.
No, don't go that far.
Don't
they
say
should
that.
give you little butterflies like, oh my gosh, here we go. Like, we've waited 30 years to see them win a playoff game. They should give all of us butterflies. Now, am I confident? They're going to win this football game. I'm still confident that they're going to make a run and go to the Super Bowl, and they're going to shock all of those people on ESPN who just picked against them. And then the narratives are going to start changing. People are going to start saying, well, I was on them all year. I knew about No. I'm still 11 out of 10 confidence that they're going to go win this football game. Not going to happen. But am I nervous because they're about to play some playoff football in Ford Field for the first time ever? Hell yeah, I am.
And Broder, you were probably there at Allen Park when they were interviewing CD Deuce, saying that, hey, this playoff, it's a different animal. This is completely different. There is no more, oh, no, we'll get them next week. No, this is a one-and-done type of deal. So CD Deuce is trying to hype up everyone in the locker room, get everyone prepared for what they're about to face, but this is a different type of animal in the playoffs.
I want to run around right now and just start throwing stuff. I'm very pumped up right now. I'm not going to lie. I like Sunday night. You guys remember the last Sunday night football game they played? We did a live stream over at Sticks, Green Bay Packers, and they Dan Campbell has these guys ready for prime time.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just Dan having them ready. These guys perform on prime time. Every single, like those Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes type of players, those are like the mentality that they've, like, we're like, we love these exact players. Those players are made for the spotlight. They're made for prime time. That's why I'm so confident this team can go to the Super Bowl and make a run at it, is because all of these games are going to end up being prime time games. After you get out of here, guess what? You're in lone slots next week as well. No one else is playing when you're playing. All lone slots. Maybe, I bet you if the Lions are next week as well, they're going to get a night game. And then after that, you're in the NFC Championship game versus possibly the 49ers. That's a primetime game. And then guess what? Pretty sure the Super Bowl is primetime. This team, these players are made for primetime, man.
Yeah. It don't seem too big for them. I'm calling Sunday the Lions exorcism. We are about to exorcise a whole bunch of those old demons. SOL is getting put in the ground. Book it.
I love the drop,
I love you, JB. JB is the man.
All right, hey, we're going to head to break. When we come back, I'll see here. I don't know if Jeff's in. Is Jeff in yet? I could shoot him a text.
Let's see.
In Hollywood, you're fashionably late, so we'll try to be about 5 minutes after.
Yep.
I'm just kidding.
He's
Jeff's
getting-
never
he's
late.
doing
We got Aya Frady in the he's entered the chat.
Is he
as the
doing his
kids
hair
say.
right now?
You said what?
Is he doing his hair right now?
No, he's not. He's got his
Okay.
Lions cap on.
All
So-
right.
JB, can I get one more gong? And then I'm going to go into this ad. There we go. R.I.P. to the same old Lions. Big thanks to Sheila, Brett, and Dane for putting them to rest. And guess what else has found the grave? The same old rock, paper, scissors. Jack Labrador has revolutionized that tire game with 2 new symbols and a franchise-changing 3-point play. Discover the action at jacklabrador.gg now and find out once you go Jack, you never go back.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, yeah. There we go. Oh, cheers, buddy.
Now, coming to Woodward Sports, Woodward and Main Street, the Woodward Sports Network Detroit Lions show. Catch Gabrielle D. Phillips, Matt Broder, and Terry Foster for all the latest news on your Detroit Lions every week. Only on the Woodward Sports Network YouTube channel and woodwardsports.com.
We've just received word. The world's cannabis supply has vanished. The public is outraged and has taken to the streets in response to this tragedy. The individual responsible acted alone, and we can only hope they will make things right soon.
Grinding. Appreciate you guys a ton for sticking around here with us, fellas, and helping us out, so we can speak to the people. And we're going to speak to the people because guess who we have coming on right now? We have Hollywood. The man, the myth, the legend, Jeff Iafrady from the Morning Woodward Show. Jeff, can you hear us? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, Hollywood.
All right, let's go.
How are you doing
What's
over
up,
there?
boys? I'm doing good. I'm watching the show. I tuned in for the last, 30, 40 minutes. And, Booner, I already kind of gave you, my thoughts on that Sean McVay statement, but I'm going to let it slide because I love you.
Yeah, that's fair.
But in overall, though, you guys are crushing, man. Great show.
Appreciate
And I
that.
think you nailed it, specifically, Broder.
Thank you.
When you guys were talking about Kyron Williams, because he's what makes his team go. I think he has a rushing touchdown in every one of their wins, except for the game against Arizona, and he caught 2. So if that counts.
Hot damn. That man finds the end zone. He does. He's talented.
I think it does count, Jeff. I'm when you come on for Fridays going forward, I've made one rule for I Fridays, and just want to make sure I throw this out there. You are currently banned from saying the Booner Path. Is that fair?
Segregation.
You were banned on the show.
That's a little aggressive.
Until you get a recruiting and you stop coming at it, I have to do it for the people.
Oh, so for what exactly? Why am I
We're not
banned?
getting into it. We're not getting into it. I'm letting you know.
Okay. All right.
There's a ban on the morning show. On your show, you can talk about it, but not on this show.
I will say, Jeff, facial hair looks great, and the NFL Blitz T-shirt looks even better. It's phenomenal.
Look at
phenomenal.
that.
Let's go, babe.
Look at that. Let's go, baby.
I got that same shirt for Christmas.
No way.
Yep.
Congrats.
All right, Jeff. Hey, let's get this thing going real quick. Appreciate you hopping on with us every Friday at 9 o'clock. First thing I want to ask you, Jeff, you probably talked about it on your show, heading into this game on Sunday. I just want to get your feelings because we just did a segment talking about what it means for the fans, the city of Detroit. And I know, obviously you spoke about how you going to watch the game with your dad and just all of that and kind of, in my opinion, just for the city in general, what's happening right now and kind of how big of a deal this is on Sunday for them to go win this game. What are your thoughts on that? Kind of how are you feeling about that, Jeff?
Yeah, it's funny. I had this conversation, actually, funny enough, with Adam about how the storyline this week has been Goff and Stafford, but in reality, it should be more about the city of Detroit accomplishing this, the Lions accomplishing this. And was it you, Booner, that mentioned the 30 for 30 for ESPN?
Yep.
That sounds like this is a layup. I mean, they should be covering this more. But I'm excited. It's not just this year, but it's the years to come. We talked about sustainability, and I know I don't know what definition we're getting of the Booner Path. If you're talking about sustainability, I'm with you, Booner. I am. Because this thing is sustainable. And regardless of what happens, they're going to win on Sunday. But regardless, I'm excited for the future. Not just this year, but the next 5-10 years.
Jeff, you already broke the rule. You said the Booner Path.
Damn it.
It's all right. It's all right. I forgive you.
All
Brother,
right,
everything here. I've got a couple more things for him, but if you want to hit
Yeah, no, I was interested in Jeff, and I missed the morning show this morning, or at least the first half. What's your biggest matchup in this game? I know you just talked about Kyron Williams, but is that a matchup that they need to key on, or you have another one in mind for what the Lions need to do to defeat the Los Angeles Rams?
I think it starts with Kyron Williams. I mean, he leads the NFL in yards per game, so he's an animal. I already mentioned the touchdown stat, but if you want to go to the other matchup here, it's this secondary against Puka and Cooper, which, that's a whole nother thing. The Lions can't stop a number one wide receiver, and now you got two guys that are essentially number one wide receivers. Yes. So that's a whole nother thing. I wouldn't even – that's a matchup, but, guys, they're going to eat, and you guys spoke about it too. These guys are going to produce. It's more about the run game because this Lions run defense, he is, and I'll argue this, he's the best back the Lions have faced. I'll say it. I mean, you go through the schedule, look at his 12 games, 1,100 yards, and he's an animal. So this is a huge test for this run defense. But besides that, it's got to be the pass rush. Aiden Hutchinson. I think this game specifically for him, he's been on a roll lately, and this seems like one of those games where at the end of the game you might be seeing Aiden Hutchinson close it out for the Lions.
I like that. That kind of reminds me of the Bears game when he closed it out there. And I agree with Jeff too. Kyron Williams. I mean, he's second team All-Pro. He was the second best back technically in the NFL this year. So you're going up against one of the best in the NFL. Want to ask you this, though, Jeff, offensively on the other side of the ball. I mentioned yesterday that I felt like a kind of a key piece to this kind of victory, especially if Sam Laporta, depending on what he can do. I think it's like a Jamison Williams type deal to where he kind of steps up, similar to the Devontae Smith thing in Philly, how he can go get 100 yards and a touchdown. I want to ask you, Jeff, kind of who your kind of that key factor player on offense is. It could be anyone. I know we don't know anything much about Sam Laporta until probably actually like Sunday when we're doing the pregame show. But is there a guy that you're like, this guy needs to stand out for the Lions to win and kind of come out with the victory on Sunday night?
Yeah, I mentioned it this morning. To me, it's Jamison Williams because of the attention Amon-Ra St. Brown commands. And also, you could bring up the statistics all you want about Jameis' career. We see the talent. And it seems like the last stretch of games before he was out the last game of the year with an ankle injury, he was getting more targets, which equals more catches, which equals more production. And I like how they're, Ben Johnson's been utilizing him. It seems like Goff trusts him. So this could be the game. No Khalif Raymond. he made plays at the end of the year there against the Vikings. I think Jameson, this is one of those games. He's comfortable in these type of environments. He played at Alabama. It's not the same, obviously, but I think mentally he's just going to go out there and have fun. And I could see some big plays from J-Mo. And not just that, just being a little bit more of a safety blanket, especially if Sam Laporta's not 100% or, God forbid, he doesn't go at all. So I like J-Mo this week.
Don't you think, too? I mean, the way he's been playing before he was injured, Jeff, I feel like that takes, like, the defense has to put more pressure. Like, they have to take him into account now. Like, that's how I mean, realistically, like, he had like over 12 targets in the 3 games that he played before that ankle injury.
I think especially this goes back to Khalif Raymond being out, and it's having that spark, that home run hitter potential out on the field. I think Josh Reynolds is probably the more important receiver in terms of maybe getting more targets or whatever, but maybe more important isn't the right word, because I think J-Mo is that important. Just being out on the field and getting targets. I don't know. It's tricky, but that's why I think the Lions can get by a game with a 70% Sam Laporta, because there's so many different people for Ben Johnson to spread it around. Do you agree with that, Jeff? Or how you feeling about Sam Laporta's importance to this offense? Can they get by in one game?
Yes, they can. And you saw that last year, 8-2 to end the year, no Laporta. And that was with Brock Wright. I saw the James Mitchell thing. He's out, and that's a little I'm not going to say it's concerning, but the depth at tight end is already concerning without Sam Laporta. I think he'll play, though. I think, Booner, you mentioned that. I think he'll play. You see him out there. You see the knee brace. I know it's huge, but, again, I think he's going to play with one kind of like how Aleem did. And I still see – you see the hands are still there. He looks comfortable out there. So, I even if you're getting an 80% Sam Laporta, I think that's not a bad thing at all. So, if he doesn't play – guys, the 8-2 last year without him. They should be that should not be that significant of a loss to where this changes that it's that big of a swing. Especially with all like Broder said, they spread the ball all around.
They have so many weapons on offense, and Ben Johnson, he said it all year long that he has so many different playbooks and different things that he has in packages for different guys. I just don't see even if Sam Laporta is limited, like if they find a way. Can I mention what you said kind of off air about the knee or no? Not the knee, but like the brace.
Oh yeah, you mean just the speculation?
Potentially, like gamesmanship a little bit, Jeff. I don't know if you've thought of this. Broder did bring up a good point to maybe the Lions. They put these videos out and let the media kind of see him in that walkthrough and everything, and he had that big brace. Potentially, maybe that they're doing some gamesmanship, and as soon as the media is gone, they go onto the practice field. He takes the big brace off, and he's out there practicing normally. Do you think that could? Dan Campbell's been known to very, very good, like locking things in the last year. I know earlier in his career maybe it was a struggle because he was young, but he's
dude savvy.
Is that a crazy thought, Jeff?
No, you're not crazy, Booner. I would actually enjoy that. I think Dan Campbell, I think he's the type of coach, and you see how he answers questions at the press conference. He says he's very, very straight to the point. He doesn't give out too much, and that's how you should be. The postseason is it's a chessboard, and these coaches are going to try and trick one another. That's why the Sam Laporta stuff, when they were talking about it earlier in the week, and they're like, we're going to see if he can go, which is true. But they were kind of like, I think in their mind, Sam's probably like, I feel good. Like, I think I'll be able to play. But you're not going to say that. So I like how they've approached it, and I think Sam Laporta will be out there. But I don't think it's crazy. I'm all for it, Dan Campbell.
I love
do what you got to do.
Hey, can you stick around for another segment, Jeff? I've got one more question for you when we come back from break, and it might be a long one. I do want to address a comment in the chat real quick. Dan Campbell's goatee. I'm not going to say the full. That's awesome. I'm not going to say the full comment in here because I don't want to give credit to the person who put in the comment there. But he said someone said that the Lions can't win without Laporta. If people want to go out there and say the Rams, or especially around the city of Detroit, that the Rams are going to beat the Detroit Lions just to get clicks and just to go out there and get their name out, like back up. The Detroit Lions are a 12-win team. They have a home football game here versus the. It's insane to me that there are people out there who are going to just continue to kind of go the route of clicks instead of actually telling the truth that the Detroit Lions are a damn good football team, and we have people around the city who are out there putting out score predictions that are just because they want to get clicks and more people to watch their show. It's ridiculous at this point. The Detroit Lions are a real football team, whether you like it or not, and it doesn't fit your narrative around the city like it has in the past. Welcome to a real organization, a real football team, fellas. So all these other outlets out here, ignore all of them. Half of these people don't know what they're talking about. All right, let's go to break. Sorry about that. Planet Fitness, let me tell you about it. Planet Fitness is the home of the Judgment Free Zone. And someone clip that too, please. Planet Fitness is the home of the Judgment Free Zone where anyone, and we mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. Over at Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym that has tons of equipment, full body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. Get all of that for just $10 a month, no commitment. No matter where you are, there's a Planet Fitness close by. There are more than 50 in the Metro Detroit area and thousands throughout the world. Where your fitness.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
At work and at home, we're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
Savor the heart of home at Big Boy with our all-new down-home comfort dishes. Feast on home-style goodness with our Southern Comfort Chicken Bowl, veal parmigiana, and apple pie hotcakes. The down-home delight doesn't stop there. Potato pancakes are back. Dive into the richness of our perfectly crafted potatoes with our classic potato pancakes and our stuffed potato pancakes. Top off your meal with our new gingerbread shake, a seamless blend of creamy vanilla and sweet gingerbread flavors. Nothing beats the comforting taste of down-home cooking. Enjoy every bite, only at Big Boy.
Be good to the pets. Give them the best. And that means going to Premier Pet Supply because it's hands down Michigan's best pet store. They got the same great prices and all the convenience of the online and big box retailers. But one major difference, they're family and locally owned and operated in Michigan for over 30 years. That's over 60 brands of food with nutrition experts to help you. Offer same day, local curbside, and home delivery. Premier Pet Supply. Give your pet the best. www.premierpetsupply.com.
All right, we are back. Woodward Nights. We're Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Make sure you guys hit that like button if you guys can. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Beautiful night outside, huh? Fellas? Beautiful night out there.
How about dreaming of a white Christmas?
How about I might sleep in the studio because I don't want to drive home. Hey, we got Jeff 5 Freddy from the Morning Woodward Show on the show. Hollywood tuning in here and giving us some of his thoughts on the game. I want to get right back into this, Jeff. I had a question I wrote down, and this is kind of the main one I wanted to ask you because you talked about it in the show, and we've already talked about it here, but it's kind of the national media kind of outlook here, and it seems like the whole national media is on the Rams and everyone's on LA. My question is it kind of more so of these like, is it are people underrating the Detroit Lions and really overlooking them, or is it kind of just the overrating the Rams? Like I'm trying to figure out which. There's like these two sides to it. Like I do want to respect the Rams, but at the same time, Detroit Lions are getting too much disrespect. And I felt like last week there was the opposite, and now I don't know. I want to kind of hear your thoughts on that because it's kind of in the middle here.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I'm with you. I didn't think you said anything wrong there because it's the same thing you see at least the national media. And I was watching a lot of national media programming because I was tuned in. I wanted to hear what people were thinking, and a majority of them don't have any faith. Which is, at the same time, the Lions haven't proven it, and we know this team better than anybody. We cover this football team. We know what's going on. We know it's real. We know it's different compared to what we've seen. But the national media is like, hey, go prove it. We've seen teams that have won 12 games, 13 games, and lost immediately in the tournament. So I'm not going to sit here and complain about it. I like actually being the underdog. I think it fuels this team in the same way. So I don't mind it at all. And for betting reasons, it kind of is nice. I'm not going to lie to you.
Helps.
Booner.
It does, and I agree with that too. Because like Dan Campbell is an underdog, he's always come out on top. And like the players they've mentioned in the past that they've seen it in like the kind of where they get food and like around the building, the facility is like they do have ESPN on there. Like they have these shows on there, and I'm sure all of them kind of saw that graphic we showed earlier of every single person on ESPN, even people who have been on the Lions side who they can stay off of it now, but they all picked the Rams. Like. It seems like they're also very aware.
I want to say this too. The Rams, to the other side of it, although I think the Lions are the better football team, the Rams are a good football team. They've won 7 of 8, whatever the number is. I just think the Lions there's matchup problems I think favor the Lions in some ways, and I think there's other matchup problems that favor the Rams. But it's going to be a close game. I don't know. I have faith they can get it done. I think home field is that big of a deal. I do. And I think Ford Field, I said this morning, I said this at the beginning of the season, I think Ford Field will be, and I think you're seeing it now, the toughest place to play in the NFL because of the fans. They're starving. And now you're seeing Anzalone come out and be like, all right, guys, we got to, when they come out of the huddle, let's try and quiet down a little bit. And you see it now at Ford Field. I think this week is going to obviously break the decibel record, whatever the hell that is. But I think going forward, they're going to be back here in the postseason. And these games are going to be tough for other teams. I can't wait to see how many false start penalties they force, to be honest with you.
Right.
Like, I better see double digits.
Sorry. Speaking of that crowd noise, I'm going to put you in the shoes of Motor City Dan Campbell. So channel your inner Dan Campbell. You win the toss. What are you doing to open the game, and why?
This is a great question.
Oh, that's a good question. See, KG made some great points today too, because I'm on the other side from KG, but he was speaking facts. So I can see both arguments. For me, at least, I'd rather defer because a couple of reasons. Number one, you get the ball coming out of halftime, which is significant. And Neil talks a lot about this, and me and him are in lockstep. If you score before halftime and you get the ball back, the swing of that and the momentum that can carry, it can win games. And teams have had success doing that. The other part of it is you get the defense right on the field and the crowd gets into it right away, which I love. They get an immediate chance to be loud, get the juices going. And, man, if they get a stop and the Rams go 3 and out, and you got the Lions offense coming out and they score, they answer, now we're talking about it's just those things I'm more interested in. But, hey, if you want to say, well, this defense, what if they go down and score? If you take the ball or if you give the ball up, they go down and score, and you get the ball and you're 3 and out. I get that, but I have faith the other result's going to happen. So I would say defer if I'm Dan.
The last few weeks, too, Dan's he's elected to kind of receive the ball, and it's worked kind of in their favor a little bit. Like he's usually a defer guy. He's mentioned that multiple times. I'm with Jeff, though, on this. I'm deferring. And, like, to me, it's because if you get the ball, like, you get the crowd in it right away, like, that sets the tone for the whole game. Like, if you get a stop, a 3 and out, or even just like think about this, fellas. If you defer and the crowd's in the game and you get a turnover, think about, like, that's different from a 3. Like, if you get a turnover, to me, that's almost like the game's over because, like, that crowd is gone. Like, the crowd is all in. It is like, it sets the tone. The Rams are shook right away, and then you get the ball back. I can't see the offense not going and scoring off of a turnover off the first possession. On top of that, if you elect to receive, and say you do, like, the crowd's like, they're in it, but they're not as loud. Say you go in there and you end up not getting it, you end up just putting it, or you end up going down and going 4 down, 4th down, like something like that happens, and then they go down and score. That's a nut punch, right? Like, that is like they just got all of the momentum like that. And I think you have a better chance of gaining the momentum off going defense first, letting the crowd get in on it. Whether you get the stop or not, the crowd is involved right away. Like, if they get a field goal, crowd is involved. If they get a touchdown, crowd is involved. You can answer, and when you answer, tone is set right back again. It's 7-7. You're good. Like, that's how I look at it. But like, if you do receive the ball and you don't score and they score, like, you already had a possession and you're already down 7-0 instead of having a chance to make it 7-7. That, I know that's a weird way to look at it, but
no.
I just think, like, especially like Jeff, imagine if there's like an C.J. Gardner-Johnson interception off the first possession.
Oh yeah,
like that. The Ford Field might collapse. Like, it's going to be insane.
How about another 63-yard bomb to J-Mo to start things off?
Right after that, like there's just so many ways that they can do it. And I think if Dan plays it right.
Yeah, now see the J-Mo bomb. Now we're parlaying this. Now we're getting somewhere, Broder, because I like it. I can see the other side too, like for guys like KG or anybody else in the chat being like, listen, they've had success taking the football. You go down and score. You want to start with the football. That's fine. I think coming out of halftime, you getting the football back. And then people might argue, well, they haven't been great to start the third quarter, which I get that argument too anyway. But you still want the ball coming out of halftime. So it's super valuable.
I like that. I want to ask you, Jeff, here before we a couple more minutes here. Want to get 2 things. One, score prediction, and as well as, do you have any like bold predictions, any like touchdown scores, like a prediction for an intercept? Like, I just want to, if you have a bold prediction for this game, and as also, we do want your score prediction and who you think's going to win this game. And if you're going to say the Rams, tell me now. I'll just cut you off.
No, I'm not.
Just speak from the
heart.
You know
what's funny? No, I'm picking the Lions. I am, truthfully. 27-21, Lions win.
Love it.
I think it'll be a higher scoring game. I think both defenses, Rams and Lions, are going to struggle against both pass offenses. I just think that's how it's going to go. The Lions have the one of the best run games in the NFL, led behind, I think, the best offensive line with how they're playing. They're fully healthy. I like the matchup. A couple rookies for the Rams starting, on the inside there. Kobe Turner, he's a great defensive tackle. I think Ben Johnson called him and Aaron Donald the best defensive tackle tandem since the Ravens, or they might be the best. So those guys, I think this offensive line handles them. I think they take care of business. Jared Goff, clean game. Lions win 27-21. Maybe the defense, sprinkle a couple turnovers in there too. You know what? Sprinkle a little bit of turnovers.
Give me 2 of them. Okay, I was going to save this for the end of the show, but while you're here, I have a couple predictions I was going to give out at the end.
Send it.
One of them here. Jahmyr Gibbs.
Send it.
I think that man gets over 100 all-purpose yards, and I think Jahmyr Gibbs, like we've seen him put some games up. Last game wasn't his best, but that stretch since week 8 has been something different, like one of the best in the league. I think it might be almost a Jahmyr Gibbs game, to where in the playoffs he kind of shows out a little bit. You're going to need more weapons to step up. I think Jahmyr gets over 100 all-purpose.
Can I throw one too? I'll go J-Mo. I think give J-Mo.
I love that.
Give J-Mo 5 catches, 90 yards.
I love that. I love it.
Just maybe one of those a deep shot and a couple other 5-10 yards here or there. But I think J-Mo has a big one this weekend.
I like that.
He plays well.
I said it yesterday.
He definitely has a big one.
It feels like every week, and I did it once this year, so I can say I wasn't a part of that group. But I feel like every week there was people just going, "Oh, J-Mo 100-yard week's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up. It's coming up." It's like every week. It's like, "Oh, J-Mo." I truly I haven't been a part of that crowd, so now I can kind of do that with Jeff. Like I said yesterday, I think J-Mo has that kind of game where you see Devontae Smith do sometimes with A.J. Brown. I think he has that game where he gets the 5 catches, makes a couple plays, and as well has a deep ball for a 40, 50-yard bomb, and then he catches one for a touchdown. I truly think that.
I mean, Booner, I could just say Amon-Ra St. Brown, 100-yard game, a TD. I mean, that's just another walk.
I had that in my notes. I'm going to erase it now you said that, because that's an obvious one. I'm going to erase that.
It's just listen, that's a walk in the park, all right, for 14. He's going to get that. Book that. But yeah, J-Mo, I think. J-Mo, he takes a little bigger piece of the pie this week, I think. And they need him too, and I think with his speed, they got some injuries in the secondary. I like the matchup. I do.
Sounds like with J-Mo and Amon-Ra both getting 100 to you, Jeff, sounds like Jared Goff's going to have himself a game. That has to happen.
Well, technically 90. All right, for Jameson.
Okay, 90 plus 100, 90. That's 190. Jahmyr
Gibbs,
it's close. Give him 30. That's 220.
Probably a big game.
Laporta involved. You're almost at 250. A couple touchdowns.
Yep.
It's a good game for the QB1.
Hey, just sprinkle in DPJ touchdown. We'll just add them all up. You know what happened? Maybe they score 70
Jeff
this game.
did this last week for the Lions game. He just gave out every single player that was on FanDuel. Every Lions player. He just literally listed all of them. He started going down, and he gave a reason for each one. It was like, bro, you just listed every player on FanDuel.
You come here to get slandered, Jeff?
Well, you know what, Booner? I got to address this man really quickly because he is right. But at the same time, I was just those feelings, Broder. You're sitting there, you're like,
there was a score.
This guy could score. This guy could score. And Booner's like, what, everyone's going to score? No, Booner. But a couple guys I mentioned might score, and they kind of
I'm a man of the people. The people ask for a pick, and you give them 8 touchdowns.
I did not give them 8. I gave them, 1 or 2? But in my mind, I'm like, this guy could score too. This guy could score too, I guess.
That's fair.
I really thought Josh Reynolds was going to score, and he was going to. It didn't connect. That's all.
Had 2 units on it.
That's a Randy Johnson.
Say bye to those.
All right, Jeff. You said 27-21?
Yep, 27-21 Lions win. Let's go, baby.
Love that. Hey, appreciate you tuning in every Friday, Jeff. Fellas. I have Friday.
Hey, next Friday, no snow. No snowstorm, and I'm coming in the studio. I like
pulling pizza party in the studio. Let's go.
He pulling up.
Let's do it. Hey, shout out JB.
Jeff.
Real quick, shout out JB, shout out KG. Those 2 guys, goats, and you 2 crushing it tonight, man. Appreciate you guys.
Thanks, bro.
Appreciate you, Jeff. Appreciate you joining us.
Appreciate you, Jeff.
Next Friday.
Yes, sir.
Oh, actually, pregame show. 5:30 pregame show Sunday. Me and Jeff. Appreciate you, Jeff. Yep. All right. When we come back, we're going to get into 9:30 here. We're going to go around the NFL a little bit, do some playoff predictions, different things like that, what this week's going to look like. I'm going to tell you guys, though, Guardian Alarm, it is customized solutions from real experts. Just a great defense in general, just like you're going to see from the Detroit Lions this week. Our professional technicians, they take the time to recommend security and automation solutions that are specific to your need. They have 24/7 professional monitoring. Give them a call anytime, day or night, and know that a Guardian Alarm team member, they will stay on the phone as long as needed. That is technology backed by people, where your safety and security deserves technology has been proven to work. People have been proven to care. That number right there, fellas, 1-800.
Stay out.
Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Come to any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men for an award-winning haircut experience from one of our talented stylists and register for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to win an all-expenses-paid suite for the 2024 NCAA tournament for you and 5 of your best buds. That's right, college basketball's most elite event. You and your 5 best friends just get to any Lady Jane's today for an award-winning haircut experience and automatically register to win the trip of your dreams. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men open 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. Lady Jane's, it's wicked awesome.
Calling all landscapers. This is Darren McCarty. I'm at Outdoor Equipment Co. How would you like to landscape like a legend? How about a bad boy zero turn? And even a chainsaw. And even a weed whipper. Whether you landscape for your job or landscape for fun, get all your equipment from Outdoor Equip Co., the official equipment provider of Woodward Sports. Michigan grown, family owned. OutdoorEquipCo.com.
For over 60 years, Fairway Packing Company has provided Michigan's finest restaurants, hotels, and casinos with the finest meat. They got prime beef, dry-aged beef, Wagyu beef. You can experience all of this beef for yourself today. Just visit the steak shop in Grosse Pointe Woods for grab-and-go steaks or order online at fairwaypacking.com.
Get your meats.
Meats. All right, we are back. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Shout out to Hollywood for joining us every Friday, 9 o'clock. Tunes in to kind of talk a little Detroit Lions, preview the game a little bit, get his thoughts. Even though he does it in the morning show, it's good to get some more faces on the show a little bit here.
It's a good-looking face.
Maybe. I like my face more. All right, make sure you guys hit that like button for JB and for KG, man. They've been here since 7 a.m. Smack that like button. We're going to get into this around the NFL. We're going to go through, we're going to do 5 games. We're going to leave the Lions game for the next segment. We'll do our score prediction. I'm adding in the Monday Night Football game, Broder, because there's just only 5 games total. Do you have the record?
Oh, yeah, I do.
Records. So end of season, regular season, it is over. We have our final standings for the regular season. If you guys have been tuning into us all year long, we've been doing Pick'em every single Friday. Broder, take it from here.
Coming in at number 4, Booner. Booner, you finished the season, the regular season, with a 76-68 record, which is, you're above 500. That's good. 4th place. Nick, coming in hot, 78-65 record. 2 games ahead of you for 3rd place. This is where it got interesting. KG needed a 7-0 week 18.
You damn right.
To catch me with how my week came out. He went 6-1.
No
6-1. Finished at 84-60, representing the booth, and I finished 1 game ahead, 85-69 after 85-59 after a 4-3 week.
Say that number.
I didn't. I just messed up those
so
words.
I got last.
You did get last.
You lucky bastard.
You did.
You got away.
You did, but 6-1.
Bad look for the boy.
You picked the Cardinals over the Seahawks, and
I had upsets.
That was the one. We would have had a tie. But it was
KG,
fun.
man.
It was a fun year. I know you guys have been a part of some of them.
You're right. I wasn't a part of the whole thing, but I'll take it.
You're on pace. If it was all you all season, you would have been 150 and 6.
Hey, I don't play about this shit.
Hey, I love you guys. All right,
love you too, Booner.
Let's do this. Playoffs. We're resetting the records. Clean slate. Now it's playoff time. We're gonna do 5 games here. There's 6 total on the weekend. Lions game doesn't count because we're gonna do our score predictions on that next segment. Want to start Saturday, fellas? We'll go around the room. Browns are -1.5 favorites over the Houston, Texas, or Texans. Houston, Texas. Yeah,
right.
It's Houston, Texas. The Houston Texans. Interesting game here, to be honest. It's Joe Flacco, CJ Stroud, rookie. Like, this is a crazy matchup. The vet versus the rookie. We'll go around the room, Broder. I'll start with you, and we'll go all the way around. What are you looking at for this?
Are you sure you want to start with me? Because I think I earned going last.
Let's start with you.
Okay, Browns. Give it to me, Browns.
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco, baby. Joe Flacco and what's his name? Jimmy Handshakes? Jimmy Handshakes. Jim Schwartz is about to dial up something. CJ Stroud's had an amazing year. I think that Browns defense, hopefully Denzel Ward plays, but I think that Browns defense tough. I'm a fan. I mean, they got a great offensive line. They have a number one wide receiver. They have a quarterback with experience and 2 running backs who are solid AF.
And that defense,
even without Nick
defense,
Chubb.
man.
Top defense in the league.
Yeah, KG, who are you going with this one?
Yeah, I got to go Browns, man. I said it earlier. I don't think CJ Stroud's faced a defense this good. And Joe Flacco, he's a veteran. He's been there. He's won a Super Bowl. Yep. I think the story continues for at least one more week. Give me the Browns. I think it'll be a close, low-scoring game, probably like 19-16, some wild score. But I don't
hate that either.
I know it's going to be nasty, but give me the Browns.
Nasty. JB, what are you thinking over there? Nasty. I know you gave some picks on it. You guys actually gave picks on different shows, but what are you thinking?
I'm still taking the Browns in this one. Like I said, it's been written in the script for a while. Joe Flacco and the Browns in CJ Stroud and that amazing season the Houston Texans have had, and then go on to play the Baltimore Ravens, his former team that he led to a Super Bowl.
This is crazy. You know what? I'm not going last anymore. I'll go first going forward. This is a situation I've gotten into in the regular season when I kept letting myself go last, and everyone picks it, and I always go opposite.
What's that? The shoe wear that people wear at beaches? It's got a little thing in between the flip-flop.
Crocs? Oh, flip-flops. I'm going to go Browns. I'll stick with you guys.
You got to go Browns.
It's that defense to me. I think the defense is it. I'm going to stick with that. I've been going Browns. Actually, I've been going Browns all year long. So I'm not moving off of that. I'm going the Browns to beat the Texans. Next game, Dolphins at Chiefs. This is the -30 wind chill game. Like, this is one of the coldest games probably in NFL history in Kansas City. I think this affects the Dolphins. When you're in Miami all year long, playing in Miami, I think this affects them very big. It changes a lot. I'm going to go Kansas City, though. I think they win. I don't know if they cover, but I think it's going to be a lower scoring game. Usually the Dolphins, you'd say higher scoring. With the cold and everything, I think you're going to see a low scoring game. Chiefs come out with the victory. JB, what do you think here? Dolphins or Chiefs?
Dolphins are 0-9 in weather that is below 40 degrees. They are a warm climate team. I do not think they are going to fare well in KC, so give me the Chiefs on this one.
I like that too. Let's go, JB. KG.
And people was talking about Jared Goff don't perform well in weather. Look at that.
I love KG more than
love the Dolphins, man. I just can't pick them in this game. I don't see how they do it. But you know, I mean, stranger things have happened. But give me the Super Bowl experience team and the Chiefs at home in Arrowhead. It's gonna be a tough day for them. I got the Chiefs winning. I don't know about how much, but they're gonna win.
Are you clearing the board here?
I'm clearing the board.
This is going to be a problem because so far we all have the same picks. No one's going to win.
It's weird because it is 100% weather related, but at the same time, I want to say the team with the best running game should win this game, but I don't trust Miami on the road in the cold.
That too.
Yeah. Couple people the other way fans said, I hope it's the Fins. I despise the Chiefs.
I want to pick the Fins.
I would love the Chiefs. I would love the Chiefs to lose, to be honest.
If this was in Miami, I'd have picked Dolphins all day long.
I said the same thing.
All day long.
Yeah. I think the Chiefs have been so bad, and they've won games, but they've been bad. Remember when we did the power rankings of playoff teams, I had them towards the bottom of mine.
Yeah.
I had them at like 6 or 7, or like 7 or 8 maybe.
Yeah.
Like I had them low. Another thing, let's do this. We have a caller.
Oh yeah, we have a caller, but I didn't want to interrupt you guys.
No,
in the
I
picks.
love this, JB. Let's do this Bills game, and then we'll go to the caller. I don't even know who the caller is, but I'm excited for it.
You got to get through this.
Let's do this. Steelers-Bills. Steelers at Bills. I'm going to go Bills. I think this is an easy pick. Is
Everybody been saying
Bills?
that.
Everyone's going with the Bills. Come on now.
Bills, everyone. Packers at the Cowboys. This might be the switch up here, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to take the underdog.
Green Bay.
I think the Cowboys typically, and I know a lot of people want to play the Cowboys and go in Dallas. I want to play another game at Ford Field. I'm going to go the Packers. I think Jordan Love, I truly don't know what it is. I just think there's going to be an upset this weekend. If I had to pick one, I would pick the Packers over the Cowboys.
They're hot.
JB?
I'm still taking the Cowgirls in this one, unfortunately. I'm sorry. That defense, Jordan Love is going to be walking out of there hurt. So, and it's Jerry World too. You know he's greased up the referees a lot. So, give me the Cowgirls.
Mike McCarthy will be fired by the end of the weekend. KG?
If the Packers, man, I don't think Jordan Love is ready. And I think that down the road, the Lions need to see the Cowboys again. So for that reason, give me Dak and the Cowgirls.
Woo. Let's go, baby. Was that a tease towards Bill Belichick coaching the Dallas Cowboys?
Potentially, I mean, he's going to be fired.
Bill Belichick and Jerry Jones?
Crazy,
How is
right?
that going to work?
They'll find a way. I didn't even think of that until Broder said it. That was the first time I've ever heard that.
Jerry is way too involved. That'd never work with
Two
Bill.
grumpy old men together? Come on.
Right, like, come on.
That is tough.
Those grumpy old men stick together. I am picking the Cowboys for this game. I would love to see I want a home game round 2, but I would love to see the Lions go into Dallas and just absolutely stomp on them.
Man, you guys would rather go to Dallas and have a home game. That's tough, man.
Well, are we picking the games or are we doing what we want to see?
Last game. Let's do this one quick, and then we'll go to break, and then we'll come back. We'll take the caller here. Eagles -3.5 over the Bucks. A lot of people are going the Bucks here, and guess what I'm going to do?
You're going to go Bucks.
I'm going to go the...
I baited you into that. You were about to say Eagle. I got him.
Look at him.
Yeah, he
Look
has not picked this yet. I got him.
I'm going to go with the Eagles. Nick Sirianni's job's on the line. It shouldn't be. It definitely should not be. I mean, he started 10-1, almost went to a Super Bowl last year, almost won a Super Bowl. He had a couple bad games with some injuries. I'm going to go the Eagles. I think they find a way to get it done. I don't think the Bucks, they're good. I just don't think they're Eagles good. JB?
I'm taking the Bucks on this one, and Nick Sirianni will be fired on Monday.
Wow. That's tough. That's tough in Philly, man.
Yeah.
I want chaos. Expect a lot.
How are you going to do him like that? Sorry, go ahead.
KG.
No, you good. I want chaos, man. Give me the comeback player of the year in Baker Mayfield, and give me the Bucks, man, in an upset.
Broder, who you going?
$3. I'm going Bucks.
I'll
you
take
know
the
me.
opposite.
You know what I said about the Bucks a couple days ago.
You think they're the third best team in the playoffs?
Didn't say that. Misinformation.
Fourth. Sorry.
Yep, there you go.
That's so crazy. Fourth.
They are the fourth seed, so I don't know how crazy that is.
All right, let's hit break. When we come back, that was a good pick-up segment. I like the playoff one better than the regular season. You got some good matchups.
Of course you do,
tell us
Mr.
about Mark
Fourth
White,
Place.
though.
I'll tell you about Mark Weiss. Mark White.
The Weiss?
Fourth place. Are you dreaming of a home but feeling the financial pinch? If you are, call Mark White & Associates. Don't call Jeff Glover. Your trusted real estate experts are here to help. Mark White and his team will pay up to $5,000 of your closing costs. That's right, $5K. Call Mark White & Associates today, 248-290-8242, or visit them at markwhitesells.com.
At Planet Fitness, you can get energy without the judgment.
Hi, can you help me with this?
You don't know how to use it?
This is better.
Join now through January 12th for just 24 cents down, $10 a month. Never intimidating. Always free fitness training and equipment for every workout. Join today during the Big Fitness Energy Sale for 24 cents down, $10 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends Friday, January 12th.
Over 50 Metro Detroit locations.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles. And with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
At work and at home. We're there with smarter security solutions. Featuring complete automation with customized alerts and more. For over 90 years, we've been the company that's been counted on to protect what matters most, all with personalized service and care. Right now, for a limited time, receive a free video device plus free installation with a new home system. Guardian Alarm. We protect Michigan.
It's football season, so you know what? Glorious Cannabis has dropped their new ice water bubble hash infused pre-roll called Honolulu Blue. It smells so good, it's like the whiff of the first playoff win in 31 years, which will happen this Sunday. It's a gassy, aggressive strain named in honor of our Detroit football team. And if you haven't had one of these ice water pre-rolls, then I have no idea what you're doing. Get to a Dispo dispensary near you today to pick yourself up one. And you know what? Smoke it on Sunday. Why not? Also visit them online today at gloriouscanna.com.
Glorious, baby. Welcome back. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder on the Woodward Sports Network. Appreciate you guys tuning in here a ton. I know it's rough outside right now, but you guys are at home. watching us, tuning in on a Friday night, just relaxing. Appreciate that. It's on one of the biggest weekends in Detroit Lions football history. Hit that like button for us, for the fellas in the booth that have been here literally all day long since 7 a.m. JP, we have a caller, though.
Yes, we have a caller on the line. Not sure if he's related to Ron Rivera, but it's Dom Rivera for you guys.
Dom! He called the other night and
Hey,
we couldn't
what's
get through.
up?
Dirty Dom.
Yeah, buddy.
Can you hear us?
Hey, I've been trying to get. Yes, sir. I've been trying to get through to you guys. I waited until this week because I didn't want to give up the wrap up until the regular season was over. So, if you don't mind, I want to tell how much this means to me real quick.
Let it fly,
Let's
Dom.
go, Dom. Love that.
All right. So, 4 years. I've been a Lions fan my whole life. I'm only 35 years old. I know that there's a lot of older Lions fans out there, but in my experience, I was really, really close to naming a second team. Patricia left a bad taste in my mouth. It was bad. But here's the thing, what they did was Dan Campbell came in, Brad Holmes came in, and they got rid of everybody. We had the youngest team in the league. That was like, okay, I see what you're doing. Then they're having a bad year last year, 1-6, but they still look decent. Their rookies are showing up. Everybody's doing well. Sheila comes out. That's the first time I've ever seen that. Once Sheila came out and stood up for the boys, and I saw what I saw, I was all hands back. I was already back. This year, you could just tell that they were playing for the playoffs.
Yep.
They knew where this team was going. Whether it was sitting their linemen against Baltimore or specialty players against other players that other teams that we lost, you could just tell that their whole demeanor was for the playoffs. So on top of that, this week I just want to say, all you Lions fans, save your voice. Don't talk to nobody. Once you get to the Ford Field, then you could talk. All right.
Yes.
You be like a player. You eat healthy. You get your water. Get hydrated. I understand the beers too. I understand the liquid too. But be ready, because I went to the Seattle game. I went a little bit too hard, and halfway during that game, I lost my voice. So don't let that be you. And then finally, I had my notes. Hold on. Finally, God damn it.
You're good. You're good.
Drop.
We got you.
All
You're
right.
not going anywhere. You are a
Hold on,
dedicated
what?
member
Oh yeah.
of this
No, this
chat.
is what it is. So 2 years ago, Calvin Johnson came into Ford Field. Sheila went to announce him. Everybody knows this story.
Oh, yeah.
Boo, right? I was one of those people. That booed. My dad, my brother looked at me sideways, but at that time, I was very upset with how the Lions were going, and I knew I would never see her or be around her again, so I voiced my opinion. So this is the real reason why I called, though, is to publicly apologize for that boo.
I love
and
that.
to say, Sheila, you're my girl. I've seen what you've been doing. You hire the right people. It's all about her. And that's about all I got to say about that.
A couple things I have for you, Dom. First of all, if you want to do a reverse boo to take that back, I'm all like a ooh. You can
Ooh,
all right, you're
ooh,
good.
Sheila.
Now you're good. Now you're all good.
Oh,
Dom.
Sheila.
I want to ask you this too, Dom, because I know you mentioned it, and I love kind of the story. I love hearing from Lions fans, especially this year, kind of with what's happening here. And as I talk about the path all the time, it's cool to hear like people hop on and actually like tell those stories. It's awesome. Your turning point, it sounded like it was when Sheila came out to the media. Is that correct? Where was your turning point being like, all right, this is a legit franchise now? Was there like a moment that hit you?
Yeah, no, it was multiple. It was the team actually getting rid of all the players. I mean, I've been a fan of Woodward Sports for over 4 years now. So honestly, I never really started thinking about salaries until I started listening to Neil. And once I started realizing how bad how bad our GM and our team was giving out our salaries the years before, I never even saw that. I never even knew. Just had faith. But once I saw that Brad Holmes is signing everybody to 1-year deals, the very first year that they got rid of everybody just so that they can have competition. And not only that, this year they're even saying that with C.J. Gardner on the whole thing where, you know what, you're not going to be going right in. You got to get into a rotation.
Yep.
on top of that, I'm sorry if I'm talking fast, but on top of that, I've been a sports person all my life, and I know the difference between a coach and a game manager as far as the coach goes. There's a difference between picking the rookies and coaching them up, a.k.a. Jahmyr Gibbs this year and how everybody was all pissed off for the first 5 weeks, a.k.a. Jameson Williams, how irritated people were that he wasn't getting in there. They're not going to put a rookie in there into a bad position unless they know that they're going to win.
Yep.
So those were like kind of the three things, and then obviously Sheila coming out, and that's my girl now. I booed her, but that's my girl.
Now you oobed her. Love that. Hey,
ooed her.
We appreciate you a ton. We got to go to break
You're the
here,
man.
and so we can do our score predictions. You don't have to commit, but are you on the Booner path, or are you?
Oh, I'm on the Booner path, man.
Let's go,
especially
baby.
With,
Let's go, Dom.
Especially with Jalen Hurts with his little broken finger over there. I think we got a shot. We got a real shot now.
We're going all the way. I'm telling you what.
All the way. I put money down.
I'm
with you. I put money down too.
Let's go, Dom. Shout out. Hey, appreciate you a ton. You're able to call whenever. Love that. Hey, go Lions, baby, on Sunday.
Go Lions. Thanks for letting me out.
Appreciate you, Dom. All right, we're going to go to break here. When we get back, we're going to do our score predictions, and we're going to do half score predictions, half mailbag. So we'll kind of fit both into there. That was a great call from Dom.
Two at the same time.
Planet Fitness.
That is Jay Bizzle.
Yes, it is. Planet Fitness is your home of the judgment-free zone where anyone, and I mean anyone, can feel comfortable and work on their fitness goals. At Planet Fitness, you'll experience a squeaky clean gym with tons of equipment, a full body workout in just 30 minutes, and all memberships include fitness training. You get all this just for $10 a month with no commitment. Now remember, no matter where you are, there was always a Planet Fitness nearby with more than 50 in the Metro Detroit area and thousands more throughout the world. So find your local Planet Fitness today, or as always, check them out online at planetfitness.com.
Woodward Sports' own Tom Mazaway and Sam Stick Day will be hosting our Lions postgame show after every Lions game all season long. Tune into the Woodward Sports YouTube channel for his hot off the press takes, game analysis, and Kool-Aid sipping celebrations. You won't want to miss it. Join Maz, Stick, and special guests each week immediately following every Lions game, exclusively on the WSN YouTube channel. Join Woodward Sports' own Jeff Iafrate, along with special WSN guests for the most anticipated Lions season in decades. Filled with different surprises and expert analysis. You're not going to want to miss out. Go to our Woodward Sports YouTube channel on Sundays and tune in live from 9:30 to 11:30 a.m.
Since 1996, Feldman Automotive has been driven to provide a first-class car buying experience. They call it the Feldman Advantage. They have over 18 locations all around Michigan, so there's got to be a dealership near you. Just visit feldmanauto.com, to find the location nearest you. You can also catch Woodward Sports there. JB and the Morning Woodward Show and Big D Energy are there every other Monday at their Novi location. Check them out. It's part of what makes Feldman Chevrolet Detroit's #1 Chevy dealer.
All right, welcome back. Woodward Nights with Booner and Broder. Final stretch here, last segment of the show segment until we really get on Sunday. Last segment of Woodward Sports before Sunday. I cannot wait, guys. But make sure you guys hit that like button for the fellas here sticking it out with us on this crappy night outside. Let's do this. We'll go around the room, do score predictions. I'll start with JB. We'll go around. JB, what is your score prediction? Biggest game in Lions history. What are you going with?
My final score prediction for the Detroit Lions. Lions 31, Rams 24.
31-24.
31-24. It will be a very close game, and I'm predicting this. I'm manifesting this, and I hope this happens. But Kirby Joseph picks off Matthew Stafford for the last play of the game.
Oh, the dude ends careers.
The ender that I believe Spencer nicknamed him earlier. So I hope the ender does his job.
I love it. KG, what are you at, KG?
Man, I had a 35-24 Lions victory. I just feel like it's going to be a shootout somewhat, but the defense will get some key stops in key areas of the game, and we'll be able to make Matt Stafford and the Rams one-dimensional. So, 35-24 Lions. Let's get that playoff win, baby. I'm ready for it.
You said 31-24?
No, I said 35-24.
35-24. I dig that. We're close. You and me, we're close.
Okay.
I'm picking a 37-28 victory. Lions over the Rams at Ford Field. No explanation. The offense rolls. They give up a couple touchdowns. Lions come out on top. 37-28. Move on to round 2.
KG, can we go single just real quick?
Oh, yeah.
The Booner Pat, talk to the
Talk
people.
to him, Boom.
You guys see this right here? This is going to be the greatest Detroit Lions game that you have ever seen in your lifetime. Almost all of us. We have not experienced this yet. In my lifetime, I've not been alive for a Detroit Lions playoff win. We are getting that on Sunday. Just like JB said, I have the Detroit Lions chasing down and getting that first victory on the path to go win a Lombardi trophy and chase down a Super Bowl this year. That is all we're looking at now. We're looking ahead, and we're one game at a time, but we're looking and we're chasing this. This is what it's all about. The grit and the Super Bowl. That's the two things this team is about going forward in this organization. Give me the Detroit Lions 31, the Los Angeles Rams 24. Give me Stafford throwing 2 interceptions and this defense getting some takeaways. Give me Jared Goff 250 yards and 2 touchdowns. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs 100 all-purpose yards and Amon-Ra 100 all-purpose yards.
Preach.
And if Sam Laporta plays, give me a Sammy P touchdown. I don't care about any of that. We're going the Detroit Lions all the way, baby. This is the first step to that Super Bowl in the Booner path. We are off to a roll. Hey, we've been talking the Booner path and the path all season long, and it starts Sunday. Not tomorrow, it starts Sunday. Let's go, baby. Lions 31, Rams 24.
I want it. Now we get the mailbag, fellas.
I love that. Let's go Lions, baby.
I'm
4.
pumped. I cannot wait. I want to run through a wall.
Yes. Mailbag.
Mailbag.
Eduardo O'Neill. I'm going to answer the second part of this question, then I'm going to send it over to you, JB. Mailbag. Is Hutch invited to the cookout? And is JB one of the hardest working men at the network?
Shout out.
Part 2, 100% yes. JB, is Hutch invited to the cookout?
Hutch is definitely invited to the cookout. Those dance moves.
Yeah, the stanky leg. Come on,
the stanky leg. I guarantee you, he comes to the cookout. He learns a couple more new moves as well that he can pull off next year. So you're definitely invited to the cookout. As far as me being the hardest working man here, I can't take credit for that at all.
Come on,
I give that to you guys all on the desk. Every single one of you guys on the desk.
That's
false.
you, JB.
Hey, Hutch was invited to the cookout once he sang Billie Jean at the Lions little practice facility. So yeah, he's definitely he can come on.
He's got those moves.
Ryan Kincaid. We haven't actually talked about this all week.
This is the easiest answer.
We have not talked about this all week. I feel like we should have done a segment. That's kind of on me a little bit. But he said, mailbag, I told my mother-in-law if she wore her Stafford jersey on Sunday, I would disown her. She told my wife she plans on wearing it. Should I disown her?
Yes.
Yes. You should not wear a Matthew Stafford jersey.
Sorry.
That should, no one should wear a Stafford. It's in the past.
Wear a Jamo jersey.
At the end of this week, when the Detroit Lions beat Matthew Stafford and dominate him, and he potentially retires in his post-game press conference, then you can start wearing it again.
The only number 9 jersey that should be worn has Williams on the back.
Yep.
That would be Jamison Williams.
And then as soon as this game's over and we move on, bring it back up. Yeah. Don't care.
John Hughes, mailbag. Does DPJ have a bigger role in the pass game special teams with Leaf out? I say in the special teams, yes. In the pass game, yes, but not because of Leaf. More because if Laporta's a little banged up, I'd see him run a little more. I'd see him get targeted in the pass game a little bit more versus taking Khalif Raymond routes. But I do see him as the punt returner if Khalif can't go, which he can't go.
Yeah, Doug Fungus, great name, Doug Fungus. He said, "Hey Booner, ready to apologize. Told you the Pistons would be lucky to win 10 games. I will say this: I will apologize for my prediction. But to be completely fair, on our show when we did Detroit Pistons predictions,
wins.
I picked the lowest out of everyone. So
yeah,
technically, he did. He picked between 24 and 30 wins.
Hey, the Pistons just lost in the worst way too.
Did they?
That was horrible.
It was 6 seconds left in the fourth quarter. They had a chance to win. Jaden Ivey gets the ball, has a decent looking three. It goes in and out. Jalen Duren's under the basket, and he has a chance for a putback, and he just completely whiffs on it.
Oh no!
Completely whiffs on it.
Anybody see
Pistons
that
misery continues. Sorry, y'all.
Did anybody see that turnover that we had too? when they were trying to like inbound the ball and someone steps in and steps out. Like, what the hell?
What
What are we doing?
That's coaching.
That's just the season, man.
Hot take I was thinking about on the drive over here. First time it popped into my head. Would you trade for John Morant right now?
Yes.
He's out for the season.
Well, depends what you give up, but yes.
Jaden Ivey would probably have to be included in that trade.
I would.
I don't care who. Ship them all off.
Right?
Keep Cade. Everybody else, the whole roster can go.
Right? Cade, I would like to keep Asar. He's young.
Oh, Asar can't go anywhere. I love him.
Him and Jalen Duren, those three guys to me untradeable. Everyone else,
just give the whole roster.
If you're getting Jado, you probably got to give up Asar too, if they're smart.
Yeah, some pieces, multiple. Yep. How about this? God hates cowards. Mailbag. Which rookie has the best game among his class, and why will it be Captain Jack?
Best game on Sunday night?
Yeah, rookie.
Jameer Gibbs.
I think Jack is going to be huge in the run game, shutting down Kyron Williams. But I think Jameer Gibbs, I think it was Travis I said in the chat, I think Jameer Gibbs is going to have 5 receptions in this game. I think they work him in.
I think he's going
to they're going to try to counteract the pass rush up the middle, get some little passes to the outside to Gibbs and DeMont.
Hey, real quick, I want to throw this out there before we end the show, and then we'll wrap up here. One stat that I wanted to throw out there, just to show the people how far the Lions have came from 2021, Dan Campbell's first year until now, and this is going to end the show here. Detroit Lions, this defense. Guess who were the top leading tacklers on this Lions defense when they played the Rams last? Dan Campbell's first year. I can start. Let me know when you want me to start naming them, because I can. It is crazy.
2 years ago,
the leading tackler in that game,
Boss Bailey,
was Germ.
Germ.
After that, Tracy Walker, who has lost his spot on this, who's a backup now.
T-Walk.
After that, it's Anzalone. But after Anzalone, Jerry Jacobs. And after Jerry Jacobs, it's everyone's favorite, Will Harris. Germ, Tracy Walker, Jerry Jacobs, Will Harris. Only one of those guys has a massive piece on this football team right now. So I'm just showing you guys how far. I'm just showing you guys how far this team's came. I just wanted to show. I wanted to show and then after that, AJ Parker, Ermanni Awarrior, Trey Flowers, Michael Brockers,
So actually, which one in that group has the biggest piece on the team
right now?
Yeah.
I'm not going to say piece, but the biggest player is Jerry. I see what you're saying.
Big
I
pause,
see
man.
what happened. On my bad. I just wanted to point out a really good fact I forgot to say throughout the show, but to show where the Lions have come from 2021 to now. This is a completely different football team with a chance to beat a Rams team, and that's a Rams team who went on to go win a Super Bowl. I'm pretty sure 2021, correct? That year?
Yeah.
That was the year they went and won the Super Bowl. So that just shows they lost 28-19 in one possession game. They're that much better. That's who started for them on defense. Now you have a completely different defense. Appreciate you guys, though. That'll be it. I guess I ended on a Jeff
What you
clip.
meant to say is this is the brand new Lions.
The brand new Lions, baby, in the Booner Pack. It starts on Sunday night, 8:15 p.m.
Real quick, I want to leave y'all with this, man.
Tell them.
Oh, I forgot about this. Want me to read that for the people?
Booner, read it off. Narrate this.
Kelvin Johnson said today on the Kay Adams show, she asked him, are you cheering for Matthew Stafford of the Detroit Lions? He said, I love Matthew, but when it comes to the Detroit Lions, all bets are off. He's coming into the den. Them boys about to get after him. That's how we all are Sunday night. Make sure you guys tune in to all of the events on Sunday. Are you guys doing morning Woodward or Woodward and Maine?
We are.
Woodward
8
and
a.m.
Maine, 8 a.m.,
Yep,
9 a.m. Pre-game show 5:30 to 7:30, and we'll have the stream right after that. Post-game to follow. Listen, biggest Lions game of our lifetimes. Appreciate you guys tuning in. JB, appreciate you. KG, appreciate you. Broder, we'll see you guys Monday. Love you guys. Victory Monday.